Hey, what is going on, everyone? It is David Palmer, Leo King, and welcome to Deep Love Tarot for this week of May 9th through the 15th of 2022. Hope everybody's doing wonderful out there. This is the show where me and Fixed Air Moon, Brian Scarborough, go deep into the astrology and tarot for your love life for the week. And of course, we channel that all through what's going on through the collective. And then we go into all 12 zodiac signs, which of course are in this high vibe gold chalice. We are another week in a row late doing this Tuesday night instead of Monday nights, but there's been a lot going on. And I also want to remind people that I have an amazing school that I do Wednesday nights. We've already got half of it done. You can watch those recordings, but if you still want to be part of the live part of the courses, you still can. Go to highvibe.tv, click on manifestation or school, or go to highvibetvschool.com. Make sure that you sign up. You can always get access to the portal in highvibetvschool.com. And then, of course, you get access to the ability to watch live as I teach the courses on Wednesday evenings. Or if you want to be part of any of my other courses that have all been done and recorded that are all on there, it's like no other astrology school or spiritual school you'll ever find in the world. Well, this is definitely going to be a big week. It is eclipse time still. And of course, this lunar eclipse is going to be in Scorpio, and it's going to be squaring Saturn. And you want to talk about love life? This is going to be a very big, extreme week for love in all of the most intense emotional ways of drama that you could ever go into. On top of that, Jupiter has just ingressed into Aries. It's out of Pisces, at least for the moment here, for a good while. As Jupiter now in Aries, it's come to the beginning of the whole entire astrological chart. 0 Aries right now, and we are in a whole new story developing. Last time we had this happen was in 2010. So if you go back to 2010 in your life, what was going on with you and your love life? We're going to be taking a lot of look at all this, of course, through the eyes of the tarot. And then Brian, when I'm shuffling, goes to the astrology for your sun signs in the collective. What's going on, Brian? How are you?
I'm doing very well. Hope you're doing well today, too. I know you had a big weekend getting that win. Congratulations. I'm doing good.
Thank you.
I'm enjoying life, and I slept for a long time today. I needed that. Good times, though. This is a big week, man. Talk about like one thing after another. I mean, I feel like we've been going through that for a while now, but I mean, Mercury station today, Jupiter ingress today, and then build up to an eclipse. Big time eclipse. Going to bring up a lot of the deep truths in our lives, and especially in our love lives, like David said. So this is going to be a big week for this show and seeing what the cards have to say, and then jumping into the astrology. But hope everybody's doing well, and looking forward to doing the show with you all.
Yeah, it is major. I mean, I would say that the most major part of this, like you said, Mercury is just stationed retrograde. Jupiter just came into Aries. Big lunar eclipse square Saturn in Aquarius. But, you know, there's like these underlying things that I feel are interesting, because it's also a lunar eclipse that's with Neptune in a positive aspect.
Right.
And, you know, looking around at the zodiac, we have Uranus now halfway through Taurus, with the Sun and North Node meeting up here. This lunar eclipse is on the node, so this one's going to be really strong. And we just had this solar eclipse that was just less than 2 weeks ago on exactly almost conjunct Uranus. I mean, so we have no idea what is ahead of us in our life. And this Scorpio stuff can bring up a lot of fear. It's going to bring up also the other side of it, like the hidden aspects of things, the sexual desires, and this wanting to connect, or where we don't feel the connect, and the ways we can try to get over that to come into the Taurus promised land of the heavenly earth, you know? So there's a lot of positives in it, but I think that people are all going to have to face a lot of weird shit. If you really want to face your shit and see the truth and see the understandings of all what's always happening in your life every day, make sure that you subscribe to highvibe.tv. All the links are down below, and our apps, of course. You can register and subscribe every month through your app stores on Apple TV, Apple iPhone, of course, Roku, and we're also, of course, on your Androids as well, too. But, you know, that's where we do it every day. We do all the weekly shows, of course, and we also do Deep Love tarot, which which we do here, of course, on YouTube as well. But full disclosure, deep astrology and all the dailies and all the special reporting is all done all on High Vibe every day. Anyway, I say we go into this collective reading.
I think that's a great idea.
I'm pulling up the chat. There was a little bit of sound. Sorry about that, folks. And the Leo King, the red-nosed astrologer, is showing up.
Just to guide the way.
Well, I was about to say, like, on his sleigh, I was on my ski in the ocean and got first place, but it was not an easy first place.
No, you earned that first place.
No, I was talking to my brother on FaceTime that Saturday night. Like, I slept from 6:30 p.m., missed the DJ event I was supposed to do, 2 DJ events, and the official after party. Completely slept through everything. Woke up at like 12:30 at night. Talked to my brother at like 1 in the morning on FaceTime, and he was like thinking, man, my brother, he's 37 years old and he's out there doing that shit. I was like, don't make me feel so old, bro. I'm going to be 38 in July. But you just told me that it made you want to go out there and jet ski.
Oh, I got big time jet ski envy from that race. I mean, I had it from your previous races, but that one, major jet ski envy.
Jet ski envy. Scorpio brings up envy. And I'm not using you as an example, but you just made me think of that too. Letting go of envy. Stop focusing on other people and what they have. Start focusing on what you have. Is going to be a big lesson on this one. Or what you don't have, right? Like if you focus too much on what you don't have, you're never going to really... it always comes from a weird place, especially if we start identifying on things that we don't have, like, I don't have this, or I don't have love, and I identify as I don't have love, or I identify as I don't have money, or I identify as I don't have talent or skill, or I identify as I haven't been laid ever, or I don't da-da-da-da-da. Guess what? That's what your identity becomes. So people got to really get rid of the stuff of what you don't have and what you are going to bring in so much. It's, of course, why I'm doing a manifesting school, and it's a lot deeper than just that simple shit. And I basically prove through the astrology why the law of attraction and the secret is a scam. So let's see what's going on with this collective for love for this week. What's going on here? We did get this Page of Pentacles here. Lots of us here in this collective overall. What is the best offer? Page of Pentacles I like, especially as we see always here in the Badass Tarot deck. I love this card. She's opening her arms up to the world. Yeah, she's even got her iPhone in her back pocket. She's embracing the world in a very youthful and exciting way of what's the best? What am I going to go wrap my life into? So this is a big question right now when it comes to love right now. We got a Page of Wands that came with that and a 3 of Pentacles reversed. I'm feeling like this is definitely really this youthful energy coming in, really exciting, where is this all going? Big questions. I think we got to follow the stuff that really feels exciting to us, but there is that weird thing of that 3 of Pentacles. How is this going to fit in my life? Or is this going to really work in my life? That either could be a fear, or that could be a block, or it actually could be a problem. We're going to find out about that right now. We got the Devil reversed here. So definitely feeling, especially when it comes to this communication this week and looking at the offers in our life or looking at what we're communicating with, definitely anything that feels like it's a trap, we're like, no, thank you, or feels like it's dark, or feels like it's addictive in a bad way and it's not delivering what we want. We're definitely not connecting with that. So it feels like we're connecting with energy that feels more in alignment. But what's up with this 3 of Pentacles? Is this a fear, or is this in reverse? Is this something? Oh, well, that came out. 6 of Cups reversed. I almost feel like this is fears of the past, like fears of, not feeling, fears of the past coming back of like what has never worked before. Is it going to happen again? So I feel like it is definitely a fear. Yeah, it's the moon, it's the past. So, and a lot of emotional stuff. I feel like, this is the emotional block. Well, how is this going to fit in my life? We're going to have to find, if you're excited for things and you want to grow things, it's about learning how you grow things and build things together. I mean, let's be real. When you get in relationships in life, it's what you do together. It's what you create together. It's what you make together. I don't think it's something where it's like, oh, well, let's try and figure this out like a jigsaw puzzle and how we put it together. It's like love and the things that we create and that we're excited for, we find a way to make happen. We did get an Ace of Swords here. I'm feeling overall there's a lot of positive energy here about this forward energy that feels like excitement. That is an exciting card, Ace of Swords. You know, it's like, I am free of your bullshit. I'm into the new energy, especially after that Devil reversed card there. Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles. The offers definitely that feel exciting and wanting to, I think, connect things together. I don't know why I'm crossing this. Oh yeah, Seven of Cups. I feel like it's something that, you know, it feels dreamy, but it also feels like the ultimate prize that you want. It doesn't feel like, you know, where you're still kind of like, well, there's other things that I want. It's like, it feels like this week, the only things that are going to work are where it's the same damn exciting feeling that's wanted by both parties. If you're in a relationship and you're not feeling that with your partner, there's going to be some deep emotional shit to deal with. If you're dealing with that and you're dating somebody or it's somebody new and it's not really kind of working, if you're willing to go through that work, I'm going to see, should you go through that work? Emperor card. I mean, it could feel very one-sided now that Jupiter's in Aries, you know, so, you know, if you want to try and convince somebody to get off their ego path of the way that they want things to be, I think that you're going to run into some issues there. Of course, you could try and power through. I don't think that this is going to be about powering through, though. Yeah, Six of Pentacles reversed. You're not going to, don't be giving up your energy that's unfair or doesn't feel in alignment with you or feeling like you have to do everything and they're not doing anything reciprocal back right now. If you're feeling like you're having to do everything and nobody's showing up, or people say they're going to show up and they don't show up, like, this is just where, you know, okay, you just let it be. You know, I don't think that you need to go try so hard. But I got a feeling, what's up with this Emperor, though, with this? Because I'm feeling like, okay, Eight of Swords. The ego is our definitely issue here. I got a feeling like the fear of the love life right now is definitely this Three of Pentacles here. Because I'm seeing way too many, like, confirmations that there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of prizes that could be had, and finally the actual prize. But I feel like it's almost like the fear of like, well, I just don't see how this is working. People are going all over the place. Mercury's retrograde. We're in eclipse season. You got to be kind of easy on everything and try and understand people and be patient. It's Taurus time. You're looking for the best, right? Like, so I feel like we can trap ourselves by trying to be like, oh, well, this is all I need it to be, and it needs to look this one way, and but you haven't even given it a chance, or you're not even opening yourself up. Then you're just sitting there, maybe hiding this kind of dark, shadowy part of yourself here, when really you could have this ultimate happiness, but it's not reversed. So I feel like if you're really trying to power through ego-wise right now, it's not going to do well for you at all. What's going on is our spiritual advice through this week. Knight of Cups, definitely moving forward emotionally and not being afraid to do it. I love this card because it always says, I'm back, bitches, ready to open the door emotionally. So move forward emotionally with your life. Don't be scared, and don't be looking at how the jigsaw puzzle works. Don't let little things about life and trying to, you know, have the handbook of how to live your love life. You know, that's not going to get you through. It's your emotions and the juiciness of life. Well, Six of Swords reversed here, so you know, I don't think that this maybe means like that just because you move forward emotionally, that it's like, I have to go to some crazy new place. I almost feel like we are at the natural place of who we are. And we're trying to find energy right now that's naturally in the same place. It's not like we have to go on some great journey to find some big thing that's out there. It's like, it's more of just whether or not you're ready to finally start to open up emotionally to what you can see. And that you're not, you know, Six of Swords to me is kind of like a end all be all. Like, it's after the Five of Swords where everybody walks away from the Five of Swords and it's like, okay, get me out of here. I don't want to be, nobody wants me around here. So it's like, it's much more like, hey, you don't need to like think some crazy miracle of going in this other direction is going to change your life. I think it's just more of the internal changes of like, you know what, let me just do the emotional work and let me not be afraid emotionally to step into happiness and to step into love. I really like that. And we got a Page of Cups in reverse. Interesting that the other two pages, you know, were upright, but this page of reverse, you know, this is not about just keeping things light and fluffy, I think. It's just saying, you know what, move forward only emotionally to stuff where it's like a lot more enriching and a lot more deeper, where it's not just texting like, hey, yeah, like, hey, baby, what's up? It's so basic. And I know it's fun and I know it's a positive card, but I feel like we're looking for something much more deeper. Yeah, that's the pattern that just keeps happening is we just can't just keep it light. We got to go deeper. And who wants to go deeper? I don't think that we need to come though very, emperor card like, I need to know, are we going to get married tomorrow? It's like, what? We haven't talked in like 3 weeks. Like, you know what I mean? I just feel like if you're coming across too heavy, that won't be good. Page of Cups reverse is just saying like, keep it light and fluffy, but like get deep with it too. Like if you're going to say, hey baby, maybe say it in a better, deeper tone after that. Just don't keep it so simple. What is this pattern? I want to get deeper on it. Oh, 3 of Wands. Yeah. Maybe keeping our doors always too open. I feel like this is definitely a time for us to open up 2 doors, but at least with that Page of Pentacles there, the Page of Pentacles, like I said, she knows what she wants. Every Page of Pentacles knows this is the offer of what could be manifested here. This is definitely a week about manifesting. And I think it's still a good card, but I think that the just keeping it all too open, keeping the doors too open, we have to at least start to define things here and see what things that we're going to manifest and we're going to create. What's the outcome that's going to happen this week? Well, that's good. 3 of Swords reversed. I think that, we could be avoiding heartbreak, or at least, there's nothing to be afraid about with heartbreak. Or we could be, I'm going to see, is this us also being ignorant and just acting like it's not bad? Empress. No, it feels like, we know our value worth and we know what we can create. We know what's out there that is the ultimate for us. So I feel like, the only way to avoid heartbreak is don't be fucking settling with stuff that's not beautiful enough, not energetic enough, good enough for you, and not on the same vibe as you, especially with what wants to be created. If anybody doesn't want to create and make things happen or have the same value systems as you, don't be wasting your time. But the outcome is definitely, I'm definitely seeing a really good energy about realizing, like, why even be afraid of heartbreak if I could have heart with something that is so beautiful and so magnificent to create with in my life? 4 of Cups. Well, that's kind of interesting because, again, there's a lot of hesitation that comes. It's like the push and pull of like, okay, I'm ready emotionally. No, I'm not. The outcome's definitely going to feel like, is this coming from other people or, Death card reversed. I feel like, yeah, this is going to be the outcome where it's like, it's like that. It kind of reminds me of The Notebook a little bit when she's so hesitant. Like, should I go with this person or that person? Should I do this? Should I do that? She knows what to do the whole time. And she's just sitting there looking at it like, I don't know. And so afraid to just say, fuck it, and just do what she's supposed to do. And then she makes the right call. But Wheel of Fortune reverse. Yeah, there's the controlling element is going to be our number one issue we're going to see as the outcome this week. So it's like, we're going to get right there to the line, and then probably this whole eclipse is going to bring up the Notebook moment. Oh man, do we do this or not? You could be waiting on somebody, or you could be the one causing it, or it could be definitely both. What am I getting on that? Knight of Swords. One person's definitely going to feel like that they're ready to go, and the other person's, I don't think you need to convince somebody, but I almost feel like it's kind of like, that Knight of Swords is definitely an intense, could be arguments, could be, but kind of that passionate one, right? Like, I fucking want you. Like, what the fuck are you doing? There might be a little wake-up call that needs to happen here from a party, whether it's on you or the other person. I just want to see one more there. Temperance reversed. Yeah. It almost feels like it's unnatural when it feels like it's too afraid. So everything, and because this is a lunar eclipse in Scorpio week, square Saturn, there's definitely a lot of this hesitation around our emotions and the transformation that needs to happen. But I think that this is definitely a moment where it's so fake when we sit in a world where we just sit there and we don't do anything, and we stay in the same pattern of not actually creating and actually not moving forward and not letting our emotions move forward. So that's going to be interesting to see here from the sacral chakra oracle deck. What do we get here? Well, we got boundaries here. I feel like, I'm getting that. It's like people have boundaries and some people don't. And especially in Scorpio here, this is the dissolving of the boundaries, not trying to prop up illusionary boundaries, Of course, understanding them, but I almost feel like there's been so many boundaries in the world, it's time to leap over them, because look at on the other side of that is where all the flowers are at, right? So it's like, what boundaries are you holding yourself up with right now? Wow, look at that. I love it. We got this move. So it's definitely time to make those moves, those tiger moves. Look at the serpent up there too. is definitely this much more primal energy and not this kind of fawn energy that's just kind of sitting there. Or you could be one or the other. Like you could be the fawn and the other person could be the tiger ready to move and you're putting up the boundaries. I'm feeling like this push-pull. I know some people are going to be like, he's talking about twin flames and runner and chaser. I mean, if you're into that, then that's what this would be, this kind of energy this week. But I feel like there's a culmination. I'm going to pick one card here from Camelot and see what Camelot has to say. What does Camelot have to say about this just overall so we can get an understanding here? Well, Lancelot, it's definitely about the honor. It's definitely about the chivalry, the integrity, and the ultimate lover and the devotion. I got a feeling, you know what? You go for the greatest love you can, the greatest quest for love, and you will be successful. And even when you go for that, you'll be always met with resistance of those that are not brave enough to go through it. So this will be the great test for you this week, of seeing who's brave enough to go through the love story with you. The Astro dice for this week for this collective is, well, that one flew off. Well, we got Pisces there, and we've got the second house. Ooh. And we've got Mercury. Definitely this is us having to really see through the fog and understand the emotional, spiritual, intuitive element of like what's really the good shit here. And not deceive ourselves of, I think this is us seeing through the deceptions of what we think is good and realizing maybe it's not. And then also seeing like, oh, there's the real value of things. It should feel spiritually like, oh, that's it. It's almost like pheromones this week, like the pheromones that are just like, yes. And when you feel and sense that the pheromones are not there, why even take your clothes off? Back to you.
All right, guys. Well, we got Mercury retrograde today. Jupiter is now in Aries. So this is definitely like a lot of little things in your environment that you need to kind of, I think it's about getting more internally focused on. Stop letting so many bigger things kind of control you and your environment. And it's definitely bringing up the truth and your truth. So it's like being able to be in your truth, have those conversations, and get particular about the things that really catch your interest, really stimulate you. All the other stuff that's outside, it's like, oh, well, is that really making a difference in my environment? I think that's going to be where we're going to have to really focus on with this Mercury retrograde and hone in on the things that really, especially with Taurus season and the North Node there and getting ready for the solar eclipse in Scorpio. It's like there's big, intense truths coming out, but it's like your duty, if you will, because it's T-square Saturn in Aquarius, to kind of go the odd route for the best things in your life and to get particular and hone in on those things. You don't have to focus on the other stuff. There's going to be a lot of intense stuff showing up. Take what you get from that, take the lesson, and then you're going to have to boss up here and go your unconventional route. Especially with Uranus coming to 15 degrees, this is changing our physical landscape here. This is a big one, and it's semi-square Jupiter that just came into Aries. So there's a lot of force here on like a big chapter turning. There's a lot of, energy here amplifying your identification of the things that you really do value and the interesting sort of different ways that you can make that value come to manifest. It's almost like everything you thought you knew, all the wisdom you thought you had from before, well, that's getting wiped out and it's like a new story. So get ready to have the truth show you that everything maybe you learned in the past or thought about the past and maybe about others. This is big, dealing with other people. Maybe that wasn't real. Maybe that was false. And accepting that new truths have maybe shown up so that you can have a better quality moving forward. I do like that Jupiter and Venus are in Aries, especially Venus because it's at detriment, but it's sharing reception with Mars in Pisces, and so is Jupiter. So these two benefics in Aries are trying to have you definitely see the things in life that you really want to identify with, that make you feel the best in life, that can really change and expand your journey here. And use that Mars that's approaching Neptune, that's getting ready to sextile the North Node, trine the South Node, and this eclipse to identify with where your soul's really trying to grow. And it's like there's fertile soil out there. Are you ready to go that way, or are you going to go back into the old stuff where the truth has exposed itself and it all came up and there's no more life there. It's dead. You're going to see where life is dying. And you got to go towards where life is growing. And that's where you got to get particular and grow the story from there. So it's a big week, collective. I think you'll do just fine, though, if you are growing your life right now and getting ready to accept that story of growth and expanding that.
Very well put. Yeah, and I feel like with that Jupiter semi-square Uranus with Mercury retrograde in Gemini, Jupiter and Venus in Aries. You have to rewrite everything, and this Mercury retrograde is going to rethink everything that you thought, and the beliefs are going back to what we really are instead of these kind of lost beliefs or program beliefs. People are going to really get to their true sense of understanding themselves. They're coming out of the fog of Jupiter-Neptune conjunct, which we haven't had since 1856. So it's like, this is definitely a moment for you to really be honest with yourself on every level right now. And don't have stigmas and especially projections attached to energies of people and everything. And clear all that out and start from the beginning. It's almost like sometimes we've got Rolodexes. It's like, instead of having all those X's on everything, it's like you kind of have to kind of come to like where you're at in your life and re-examine who you are and what you really want. Did you get programmed? Did you get lost in things? Were you holding on to grudges? You got to let all that past shit go and go into this moment and see what's going to randomly show up. That Uranus energy is all around with the solar eclipses on Uranus. So if you think, oh, that was just for that week, no, this could be a 6 months of crazy, unpredictable shit.
I like what you said what you channeled in the tarot about the primal too. It's very primal right now.
Big time.
That's a big one.
Unless if the pheromones are off, don't take the clothes off.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the first one we got this week is Sagittarius. You know? It's like, you know, you meet a Sag, you're like, hey, how are you? And they're like, how high? And then it's like, oh my God, you're a centaur, you got fucking horse legs. It's like that weird scene in Fantasia with the fucking centaurs in it. And they're like, all like, does anybody remember that? In Fantasia? Shit was fucking weird.
I didn't watch it.
It was made in 1940, so. Might be too old for you, Capricorn.
I'm just a young grandpa.
You're just a young grandpa who's like, I don't watch that Fantasia shit. All right, Sag, let's see what's going on for you. I just cleared this whole deck here. And I just felt like, I don't know, you're eating badass tarot. I'm going to do one shuffle, and then that's it. Another shuffle here. All right. What's up with Saggy Waggies here? First card that you got here, Sag. You got the Ten of Wands reversed here. Definitely feeling like a lot of weight's finally getting lifted. That could also feel like, you know, if you're thinking about somebody else or past person or anything like that, it's kind of like that's all left. You know, I almost feel like this is you feeling a lot more free and ready to go where you want to go in your life. You did get an Eight of Swords reversed here. The Trap's over. And the Moon card reverse. So there is a little bit of energy with that Moon card reverse. It's like freeing yourself. And now what it's bringing up is a lot of the emotions that were kind of suppressed because of maybe some kind of hard past situations or feeling like you were carrying a lot of weight and being stuck. But I don't think that this is bad. I almost feel like this is like bringing up now to new emotional places, almost like maybe emotional places that are uncomfortable because you were kind of wasting your energy trying to hold up and prop all these other places up that weren't real and didn't work out. Now you're dealing with like, oh shit, look at all this emotion coming out. I don't know how to deal with it. What's up with all this energy? Look at that. Five of Pentacles reversed. Definitely this is a positive. This is you feeling not so fucked up anymore, fucked over, or out of something that's good and in a good place, and not feeling like you can, you know, you're stuck as much as at all anymore, feeling that you're getting the short end of the stick anymore. But what's up with this Moon card reversed here? Devil card. Okay. So, you know, this is where the emotions need to, maybe you're addicted to kind of holding back emotionally, and that's the problem here. So there's definitely this, or maybe you're addicted to kind of the wrong kind of emotion, like only sexual emotion or the toxic people, and that's what's still going, but you've kind of left all the other parts. You're not trapped in that shit anymore or whatever. Page of Swords, I think that you're ready to get out of that and start to try to understand, but I think that you're trying to look for answers, and I think the answers are pretty simple. You know, you're going to have to get in your emotions and let go of the dark emotions that really are, you know, kind of blocking you from this really awesome opening door. I don't even know what this open door is yet. This is just clarity that the weight's gone, that you're out of the trap, that you're not feeling wounded anymore. You feel great. You feel like you're not getting the short end of the stick anymore. Nine of Cups. That's great. It's like you're feeling, I think, whole within yourself here. And I feel like this is the best that you could, I think that you felt in a long time, to be honest with you, Sag. It's been a long time to get a reading like this, but you're kind of dealing with that residual element of how do I crack my emotions to be full on open again and not so connected to the past or connected to things that honestly are dark and a lot more simpler and a lot more easier to understand. How do we get you to that? Oh, Queen of Pentacles. This is definitely knowing your value and your worth. And definitely not wasting your time with people, especially that don't have that value and worth or don't give you that time. Or honestly, maybe they're people that act like they've got money, but they really don't. You know, I always see that with the Queen of Pentacles. It's like the people who really have money don't flaunt it, right? Like they don't they literally just like have it because they live it. You could see it. They're not like pushing it so crazy, you know? But they also value your integrity because they're willing to talk to you about things and they're willing to go through and pull the emotions out and talk to them with you. And I think anybody who you can't do that with, you know, that's just a waste of time, because I think that you're definitely feeling much more whole, but I think that you have to go deeper, right? To get to that 10th cup of the ultimate happiness, I think that you're going to have to deal with these kind of repressed emotions that are kind of only emotional about the kind of like exciting toxic shit. I'm just going to be honest with you. And knowing how to find that happiness and love again. What am I seeing here in the middle here? Yeah, you're getting out of the pattern. 10 of Swords reversed here. It's like, I think that you're finally at an evolutionary moment here where you're breaking the cycle with a 10 of Wands reversed, 10 of Swords reversed. You're over breaking the cycle of toxic shit, toxic energy, and just that toxic emotional need for something that even if it's horrible, like where you're ready to say, no, I'm not taking that anymore. And how do you crack open your emotions into a better way? And this is you letting go of the past. I feel like you're over your exes and you're over people from the past. I feel like you're finally like done that work and you've done that healing. I'm definitely seeing that here. I'm going to ask though, are people from the past trying to cause Sag's problems here? Ace of Swords. You're not letting them. They might be trying, but it's like, you're not even letting them. You're free of that. You have that Ace of Swords. You're trying to open a new door. They might be trying to come back and trying to open a new door, but yeah, you're not letting them. Knight of Cups reverse. You're like, fuck that. I'm not dealing with that shit. I'm not opening that door emotionally. What's going on with this stuff and what's happening in your future right now? You got an Ace of Cups in reversed here. So again, this is this amazing door opening for you, but there's an emotional fear here of like how deep the emotions are going to get. Because it's almost like they're tainted by the past, but you're getting out of the patterns. So, and you've cleared the patterns and you've been healing and getting rid of these toxic exes and these people that try to always come back and cause problems. But I think that you're going to have to face, like, it's time for you to embrace emotion again, embrace love and how to open the emotional doors here. What's the spiritual advice for that? We did get the 4 of Cups. So it's like, remember where the gift is and don't be afraid to take it. Stop looking at things emotionally without doing anything about them. Stop staring at things and not doing something about it. Stop observing too much. Queen of Cups, embrace it. Embrace it for the ultimate love. Don't be afraid of embracing your ultimate happiness in your life. Even having the whole belief system like, well, I'm just, I'm happy with myself and, like, I don't need love in my life. Like, okay, that's cool. But at the same time, when love shows up and you feel that way, don't be afraid. You could carry the attitude like, I'm fine on my own. And that could be the whole identity, right? Like, always have the doors open, especially when this is a moment where finally you could have some really healthy, beautiful happiness come into your life. And I feel like this is a moment where this beautiful, happy doorway is opening for you. And you got to learn to embrace that happier doorway instead of keep observing the emotions that are great gifts that are to be had here. What's the outcome going to be? 5 of Wands reversed. Definitely things that don't have all this extreme conflict. Especially, I almost feel like it could be conflict of ego. Like somebody's always trying to outdo the other person or somebody's trying to prove. It's like, this is like where you're finally realizing that you can find somebody and you can be with somebody where you don't have to prove each other who's better, who's bigger, but find that cohesive, beautiful unit together and avoiding energy that's just really not wanting to, go to battle together. It's like, I almost feel like you need somebody who wants to go together and who wants to go through the adventure and wants to put in the work and wants to kind of have that fun excitement of doing that life together. But I think that might be your fear. I think that your fear might be this whole idea of like you having to do an adventure emotionally. You do have Jupiter now in your 5th house here. So this is definitely the big door for your love for you in your life. But I feel like, you can't be too afraid as a Sag to remember that, you know, you know what makes you happy. You feel like happiness is on your own on the journey sometimes, but I feel like it's more of the confidence about learning to have love. And I feel like for you, it might feel like a burden that you need to get over. Yeah, 2 of Wands reverse. You feel like your world will get changed too much, and that's what you need to get over emotionally. And that's because you had really bad choices you made about people that made your world turn bad. So you can't carry that to good situations. That's, I think, the big lesson for this week. And just overall, I'm just going to pick for just whoever you're thinking about, whatever's going good for you this week. Wow, Knight of Pentacles. Definitely don't be afraid to move forward. Don't be afraid to create. Don't be afraid to manifest. Don't be afraid to build the life energy together. Don't be afraid to see what's on that other side. It's a great reading here. I'm going to pull from the unicorns for these Sages this week. Why not? They got such a good reading. I was like, what the hell here? You got the Violet Flame. This is one of the best cards. I love this card because this card is always telling us to invoke the Cosmic Diamond, Violet Flame, transmute all that is not love. That's exactly what I was saying. Like, this is you purging all that's not love and only connecting that awesome energy up into the true energy of love and happiness. I'm going to also pull an Astro card here for you. What do you got here? Wow, you got the part of fortune. So, I mean, this is a huge door open. What do you do, Sag? I need one confirmation card. What the fuck's going on here? Ace of Wands reverse. I'm going to be honest with you, Sag. The universe is trying to open the biggest door of happiness and love in your life, and you know what it is, and you're avoiding it. And I don't know why you're not fully open yet. And I'm here to tell you to crap it. You better fucking crack that motherfucking door open and stop letting the past stupid fucktards, fucking idiots that you've chosen taint this door opening. And don't give me this whole, I could just do it on my own all the time. That's fine. You can. And you know what? Go do that. It'll be great. Maybe that's the door for you. I'm just saying, though, there's something amazing happening here that's beyond amazing. What are you doing? And why are you restricting? And why are you hesitating? Get rid of the old patterns in the past shit by just letting go of the past. You got the second house. You got Libra here. And you've got Mercury. So it's definitely time for you to really start to put the interest in the relationships and where you find the most value. Like, look at the facts. Look at what excites you. Look at what actually makes sense for you in partnership. And start building. You can build at however level that you want to. You're a Sag. However you want the adventure to go. You know? But this is definitely time to look at thebomb.com and stop acting like that doesn't exist, because it does. Back to you.
Yeah, Sag, that was great. I'm no surprise. You have Jupiter now in your 5th house as of right now, as of today. That's huge. And Venus is there in your 5th house. This really is one of the best love stories of your life, and romance and happiness that's trying to get expanded. You would be an idiot to not go in that direction of love and happiness right now. There's so many great gifts for you there, and we're just getting a little taste of it now, but it's like, what's that taste like in your life? Do you want more of it? Is the taste bad? We are in Taurus season. That's definitely, 6th house too. Like, is your reality and your taste, and the sun's there, it's me with the North Node. Like, what are the things like that can be changed so that you can have the great love story, so that you can open up your heart in one of the best ways? And Mercury just went retrograde in your 7th house. So I'll be honest, with a lunar eclipse in your 12th house and Mercury retrograde in your 7th, like, Sagittarius are going to have exes jumping out of the woodwork at them, probably just to tempt you to go backwards into something that you don't want to be in, that isn't happy, that isn't, exciting, that isn't this love story that you really want to be in. So or if you're in the love story you don't want to be in, then it's going to be crystal clear. And this is, this lunar eclipse in your 12th is really going to, your subconscious is going to be lit up. You're going to, in emotions, you're going to have so much come to the surface about the things you've done in the past, the way it could be dealing with other people and what other people, energy you're picking up. There's going to be a lot that you're going to feel, and it's going to make more sense if you just trust that feeling of what's going to make your life happy and exciting and with the right people, and making the changes in your reality to get that. So I feel like for you right now, it's really big about trusting your gut, your intuition, and your heart, so that you can really purify your reality, and you can, your day-to-day life can be better. Your quality of life can get a big up, it can go way up right now. But It's not going to be by going backwards. It's going to be going forwards into the love, happiness, excitement, and the real stuff in your life that lights you up.
Yeah, this is a big time. Definitely don't mess with Jupiter in the 5th. That's Jupiter Leo energy. You know what I mean? Geminis, wow, your opposites popping up. We're going to use a little Morgan Greer here. Man, this is an eclipse that is going to change it all here. Especially now that Pluto's retrograde. I think that's been the last Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. That's been the little secret that just so many of the other planets distracted from, you know, is Pluto retrograde, you know. And depending on where that's at for each zodiac sign, you know, for Sag, it's in the 2nd. For Gemini, it's in the 8th. So, you know, Geminis, you have to pay attention to this whole trust thing and learning to let things in and pushing things out all the time and walls. Like, you got to remember, this is definitely where you're working on how to learn to attract things and then learn how to embrace it fully and connect with it fully instead of always finding a way to take the stick and kind of push it out the door like if it's a bug or something. Let's see, Gemini, what's going on with you and your love story for this week? Well, you got the 7 of Pentacles here. It's definitely time to invest and put energy that you can get a big return in here. I don't know if this is something that you've already invested in or something that you're going to invest in. Sun card reversed. Wow, 3 of Swords. Well, this could be energy that you felt that you invested in the past that's maybe affecting things now. Or something, did this just happen? Empress reversed. Well, I mean, that's kind of a hard one to say, but definitely something that you've been investing in as of current. Doesn't feel like it's gone the way, but that Sun card reversed and that 3 of Swords there, I almost feel like it's like, I don't know, somebody's not showing up. Could be both of you or it could be you. What's going on here with this? Yeah, it's... Well, I don't know. It just feels like, I mean, I hate to say it, with a Sun card reversed and a Chariot card reversed, you know, with that 7 of Pentacles, you know, you have to invest with everything you got. And the Sun card is the true awareness, your true soul energy and where you're going with your life. And that Chariot card is ready to go where the Divine's going. But there's been this holdback here because I'm seeing these both reversed. What's going on with this 3 of Swords here? Page of Cups here. You know, I'm going to just to say it a little bit. It feels a little childish. I don't know if it's from them or you here. We're going to get to that because it's very hard to determine at this moment. But this definitely feels like maybe some wrong choices were made or you're feeling like you're on the wrong path. Page of Pentacles reversed. 5 of Wands. Wow. This is definitely a very big struggle right now going on. I feel like you had high hopes about something, but it really, you knew it really wasn't going to work out. You didn't really show yourself, or you didn't feel like your soul could show up. And the offer was very... I don't know. I almost feel like you're at a place where you just don't know where the hell you're going at this moment with that Sun card reverse, that Chariot card reverse, that Page of Pentacles. I feel like something's falling apart that you... I almost, like, I'm going to say it. You knew it wasn't going to work out at the beginning. And there was definitely some arguments and fights. There was some really childish shit, but it brought up pain. It brought up heartbreak. Hangman too. Yeah, I feel like you feel stuck right now and you're trying to understand what to do with your life. I almost feel like, is this Queen of Swords reversed? This definitely has no idea where it's going. So you have no idea where you're going right now. I almost feel like you are very lost at this moment. I feel like you've been dealing with where you're not knowing how to really show your happiness again. I think that the number one thing for you to do is, you know, remember in your life, Gemini, when did you always feel like you were on the life where you were investing in yourself and you were able to see in your life who you were and you knew you were going and it was exciting as hell? And what was the kind of love like that you had that was like that? Because whatever that you've been doing or you've been doing to yourself, it's not going to work anymore. It's not making you feel happy. It's not creating anything. It's making you feel more heartbroken. What's this? I need more energy here. Wow, oh my God. 10 of Swords reversed. I feel like this pattern's about to end though for you. That's good. I think that you're having this big, you know what it is? You're having a big realization of like what really brings your heart alive. And I think that you have had a conversation that you thought was going to be positive, but really, if anything, it's just bringing up a lot more turmoil. Or maybe, you know, I don't know. What is this? Oh, wow. I think that you've been talking about, maybe you told somebody that you weren't wanting to do something because you know what you want to go do now. And it's almost like you're acting, I almost feel like you're playing like you don't know what you're doing, but I think you know what you're doing. What's up with this 10 of Cups here? Justice reversed. Wow, this feels like some missed opportunity or some situation that went the wrong direction that you're trying to rebalance. Devil card there. I don't know, man. This is kind of weird shit here. You're dealing with some really weird waters when it comes to trying to figuring out your love story right now. I almost feel like you're feeling repressed. You're not showing yourself. You're telling people things. I think that you know exactly what's the best thing for you, but I almost feel like, I don't know. Maybe you're in a place where you have a lot of anger and resentment towards somebody who you feel is unjustified or did something bad to you, and that's what's holding you back from your true happiness, and you got to clear that energy. That's what I'm getting here. That you've not cleared that yet. Nope. 6 of Pentacles reversed. You feel that you were treated unfair in the past and you can't hold that back. And so pretty much everything in life that you try to invest in right now just won't work, or you won't be able to show up to anybody until you feel like you weren't fucked over. You have to clear the energy of where you felt fucked over. And you have to ask yourself too, if you were, you know, what was that too within yourself? Because I got this Chariot reversed and this Sun card reversed, which I would say is, I'm feeling like this is you, and I'm feeling like this is you not knowing where to go, even though you do know where to go. But I almost feel like it brings you into this place where you get terrified about, kind of like almost trying to bury the past or bury some weird situation in your life here of who you are and how to express yourself. And definitely situations over where you felt justice was done wrong. And they got the Judgment on that. That's the outcome here. This is a big moment for you to make a big choice in your life of what's the most important thing for you and what feels like the highest calling to get you to that ultimate happiness. You got this Empress reversed here. How do we turn that around? Page of Cups reversed. You're not talking to, or Knight of Cups reversed. You're not moving forward emotionally where you really want to move emotionally. You're too afraid. This isn't about other people. Nope. Other people are all open, offering and exciting and fun. And everybody wants that. Everybody wants you. So this is you. What's up with this? The Hermit. Yeah, you're playing this really weird game and nobody knows what you're doing. You got to come out and expose what you're doing here this week, or it's just going to feel like it's hell. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like you can make up stories all you want or whatever, but you have a whole agenda going on here. And I don't think you know how to play it off, but really you do. And I think a lot of it is fear. And I think a lot of it is like you knowing this is kind of like, it's like a Hail Mary situation that you're trying to figure out right now of how to correct your life here with your love life. That's how crazy it is. I'll pick one more here as outcome here. Yep. There's this doorway that you want to, that, you know, the Ace of Pentacles takes a lot to even build just to make the doorway even itself. It's not just a doorway that pops out of nowhere. It's a doorway that's been built upon. That 7 of Pentacles something that you've definitely invested in that you want to walk down the door with, but it's, how are we going to know what that door is? Wheel of Fortune reverse. It's like you try to keep controlling how the door is open, and it's like you're not letting destiny open the door. And this door keeps trying to open, and destiny tries to keep bringing you up to this door. And that's where that King of Pentacles is, waiting for you to get the full investment in the life that you want. And I got a feeling you know where that is. I just want to see, yeah, you know exactly where it is. Look, you're holding on to it, but you're not doing anything about it. Wow. And you know what? When I asked about all these people, I'm going to be honest with you. You got a lot of people sitting there waiting for, like, what's the answer? Oh, Gemini. You like to play those games with everyone. That's fun, but... Well... Here we go, self-love. I mean, I got a feeling that that's something that maybe you've been definitely doing, and I don't think that that's a bad thing at all, because that's the greatest thing that we got to do. But I got a feeling that for you, you know, why am I feeling that this is like a cop-out? Boundaries, right? Or no, this is the empowerment here. Well, I feel like, you know, maybe it's not a cop-out. Maybe this is you actually having the empowerment that you're finally knowing what you love, but having the empowerment to do what you love. I think that self-love's been found. I just think that you're timid to come out with it. You feel like it's going to be fucked with or something. Yeah, emotions. I think that you're too afraid emotionally to move into what you really want to in your life. It's scary. I think that you're in a terrified moment to open the door to what you really want right now. It's extremely terrifying to you. But I feel like a lot of it is about learning how to express yourself. Like, the story's not out that's really there. Yep. It's time for you to walk away from what you've been in and walk towards where you know you need to go. You know where that new moon energy is. You know where it's going. You know where you need to go. And I feel like this is you walking away from kind of restoring yourself. And I'm going to be honest, I think, Gemini, you've been restoring yourself in really weird places. And you're walking away from that, and you're going exactly where you need to go. Well, somebody got 12th house here. Jupiter in, is that Aries? No, that's Capricorn. So, yeah, I think that you definitely are removing a lot of your subconscious control issues, and you are opening up to allowing the universe to take control of your destiny and take you where you need to go. I think it's time for you to let the universe open the fated doors for you and walk to them instead of trying to hold yourself back so much. Back to you.
All right, Gemini. Well, Mercury, your ruling planet's in your first house, and it just went retrograde. So this is, you know, a big like reevaluation and kind of going back internally about the thoughts you have about yourself, new chapters, new beginnings, what can kind of change and be rebirthed in your life. And I think you're going to want to have those deep, you know, conversations with people in your life, or even really yourself, because this lunar eclipse in your sixth is going to ask you to kind of like, it's going to reveal where you have been pushing things under the rug or not keeping things tidy enough. This is where you can really cleanse your reality, cleanse your body, cleanse your thoughts. There's, you know, maybe things you need to get really particular about, and the truth of that's going to come up. So, you know, when you go internal, you can kind of have that external reflection. If you can tidy that up, it can probably make, you know, a big difference. I think, you know, also Jupiter coming into your 11th and Venus there, you know, there's going to be a lot of big talks with people. You're going to have to deal with your friends, groups. You also have to kind of like really amplify the way you can do things differently. How can you make a unique pivot in life to further yourself and to further the reality that you want to live? And also that lunar eclipse is T-square Saturn in your 9th. So, you know, I think you have to really expand your beliefs and not limit yourself to how changes can be made or what can be possible or what can bring more love into your life or what can bring more sort of, you know, uniqueness into your life. I think that this can be that kind of energy where you kind of get that aha, that expansion of like, oh, I could make this better. I could go into this next level, you know, with certain people and I have a better understanding of what I need and how I can purify my life. And also You know, it's 12th house sun time with the North Node there, and Saturn is making a square to the sun this week too, you know, for that lunar eclipse. So a lot of subconscious things are getting brought up. Those are the things you can clean up. And they might be kind of weird, or it might bring up some anxiety, but you know, take some deep breaths and like actually figure out what changes will make your life more pure and just give you a better sense of, you know, the journey that you can be on without feeling restricted or having people restrict you. There can be a lot of things that can open up right now, but you kind of have to push your foot on the throttle a little bit and get the action going. And I think you'll see that the purification is just you making the decision to have something unique and better in your life instead of something stale, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, as astrologers, it was funny. Both signs that came up right away was Sag and Gemini, and they both are having the 12th, 6th house eclipses.
Those are the hard ones,
and they're the hardest ones. And in Gemini, this is the hardest one: a lunar eclipse in the 12th and the 6th, where when you deal with this, the South Node and this North Node in the 12th, I feel like you're having to correct all the subconscious self-undoing and all the shit that you haven't dealt with, especially if you were born after 86. You've never dealt with it before. If you're born before 86, this is your first real time dealing with it because you were young, unless you're older than that, and you dealt with it in 86. So Geminis are having like the big clean out of their own spiritual junk that they do within themselves, and the stuff they suppress within themselves, and the stories that they value that maybe aren't really the right stories, with this Saturn squaring everything that's in the 9th. So
could be a big course correction that was needed.
Yeah, and one that you didn't believe was going to ever happen. It's the one that you didn't believe would happen. That's always what happens with these kind of transits. Let's see what's next out there. Capricorns. Can I get a Capricorn sound?
Capricorn.
Oh, cap. Oh, there we go. All right, Caps. We're going to use the golden black tarot tonight. Are Cappies getting all emo now that Jupiter's in Aries? Like, are they gonna start like banging out to Aries, like emo, fucking screamo with me? Are they gonna start going to screamo concerts with me and shit?
I don't know. I was born with Jupiter right there on my IC. I'm not super emo. It's in Cancer though, so it's a little different. I did go through a solid emo phase though in my teens. Yeah.
Like, who was your favorite band?
Back then? Gosh. I really liked the Atreyu.
Yeah, okay, that's good. But I feel like they don't go deep enough. I feel like they're like chase down fucking, you know, vodka with fucking.
Dude, I thought that was the hardest shit when I was a kid. I was like, oh my God.
But I will accept that as a screamo, emo freak that still listens to that music every day. You have passed, Capricorn. All right, Capricorns, what's going on with your love life for this week? Big eclipse time for you. Great energy for you. A lot of love stuff. Also, you know, not worrying about what other people think. Doing whatever makes you happy. See what we got here. Wow, this is a great card to have first. I feel like you're definitely not in a sorrow place. I feel like the sorrows have finally come to an end here, especially about romance. I almost feel like you've been going through a lot for a while and it's come to an end here. And there's this awesome door opening, but there's a little fear here about moving forward emotionally. It's going to take some courage here. What's going on with that here? No, Chariot reverse. That's definitely, it's almost like destiny scaring a Capricorn. That actually is how you get to there. I feel like that this is a big moment for you in your life where you know there's this huge doorway opening and you're feeling like it's so intense that the walls are closing in that you're going to have to make this big choice here of opening this new doorway that's going to make you happier here. But it's feeling intense. Yeah, the devil, you know that if you don't make the doorway, that you'll probably end up in the wrong place anyway. So I almost feel like the devil card showing up there to remind you, like, you know, if you choose not to go in the beautiful doorway here, you want to go sit with the devil? No. King of Pentacles reversed. Maybe you don't feel like you're worthy enough here, or you don't feel like you don't have all the pieces together. You're worrying about too many little things when everything that you have already in your life is perfect for what's coming in this doorway. I feel like you're going to have to let go of that. You could even have fears that maybe somebody might be weird about certain things that you have in your life, but it's like, no, if anything, the doorway here is to open to bring all that you have together. You're going to have to remember that don't create a new sorrow story about a great doorway opening. That's what I'm getting. It's like you've left all the ones that were not doors that were opening that were really that great for you. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you're gonna have to let go of the past places that you felt safe because they really weren't that safe anyway. I almost feel like you dealt with people who didn't value you enough, and so you can't bring that into this kind of new energy that's opening up for you right now. Yep, Ace of Swords. Definitely, it's clearing the mind and not letting the old voices in your head that come from other people that have definitely kind of sat in there and kind of rattled in you, let you have the fear. The only card I'm seeing right now that's opening, and I'm just going to set it right here, is this new door opening. What's going on with that? What's the spiritual advice here? Yes, Star card. It's a fresh new start. It's a fresh new door. It's a fresh new you. I mean, you know, this is you wiping away all the past and all the past experiences and all the weird shit, because I got a feeling like you weren't valued at all. Yeah, Page of Cups reversed. Not even like being nice. Nobody was even really like nice to you or even like that emotionally fun. So this is about you like starting this fresh, new, beautiful open doorway and not being afraid of it. Judgment reversed. I feel like, you know what, it's time, you know, you can't miss the calling. You can't miss the calling. You can't act like it's not as big of a deal when it really is. Yep, Temperance reversed. It's a natural thing, and you keep trying to find an unnatural aspect to things when there's nothing unnatural about it. And look at all those major arcana that are there with that door opening. What's the outcome going to be here? Yeah, the world that you really want to have. But you're going to have to, this is all your inner work right now. And I feel like because this is the inner work with that Five of Cups in reversed here. This is definitely the inner work. I got a feeling anybody that you're dealing with, thinking about, wherever that you're trying to piece this together with in your life, hey, they're not looking at any of this stuff that you're looking inside of yourself that you're beating yourself up on to make yourself afraid to walk through this door. I think that you're creating that within your own self, like, to be honest with you. But you're gonna have to feel happy within yourself. You can't also let this new doorway or any new love situation to have the world you want. You can't base it off the relationship. You have to base it off your own happiness within yourself. What's going on with that here? Yeah, that Page of Pentacles reversed. This has to deal with self-worth situations here, or not feeling good enough, or that you don't have enough, or that you're not going to be capable enough, or that you're going to be criticized in some sort of way, or that they're going to drop the offer, or they're going to peace out, or something like that. But you got to be the magician here. I think you also are dealing with somebody who is really strong within themselves, and that could be intimidating to you here. They know how to create the magic. They just sit in themselves, and they're just in their magic, and it makes you feel magical. But I got a feeling that you're almost feeling like when you're not with them, or when you're not dealing with them, or if the door doesn't open with them, that it would lose all the magic. Well, that'll happen if you're not going to find that you have that same magic within yourself. They're not going to want to do things with you. If you're single right now and looking, like, this is the issue why you're not finding anybody. There's a door open for you, but it's going to be about clearing this past and stepping into your magic and knowing the world you want, and not feeling that you're not good enough. Yeah, I got a feeling that you're restless right now because you're dealing with stuff that, I'm going to be honest with you, is very insignificant to the beauty of the doorway. Like, there's really hesitation that is undue right now at this point in your life. Like, you could start to really have everything that you've ever wanted, happiness and love-wise, and holding back is your biggest issue about finding that safe place of serenity. And you got that Ace of Wands that's showing up there. I just want to find out, like, what does this other person think about you, just to give you this clarity. Ten of Pentacles reversed. They're unsure whether or not you want to build home life together or weird things about home. Whatnot just came out. What was that? Yeah, Hermit reversed. It's almost like you need to start talking about what kind of like long-term life that you want to create, what kind of home you want to build, what kind of life that you want to build. They don't know. That's all they're thinking about. I don't think that they don't think that that's possible, but I don't think they have a clue or idea. Yeah, they want to see the strength of what that is. They want to see what's going on. And that's where they're going to build more strength that you'll feel that I think that you need right now. There's a lot of insecurity cards here with you. So I would just say that, this is time for you to get out of your insecurities and just say, hey, what you want and know what's going to happen and get there. What's just one last outcome card here with that? Boom. Fair exchange. You got to show up with that fair exchange too. If they're showing up with all the happiness, positivity, and no fear, you got to show up with that as well. If you're feeling like they're the one showing fear, well, you got to look at yourself and be like, where are you, not showing up in your own fears and addressing those within themselves. And I guarantee you that you'll realize that this is really, I think, up to you whether or not you're going to open this door that's really blossoming, that feels like a big calling in your life to really open something up. You might be feeling like it might be too good to be true, that it's not true. I want to see if the justice for you. You're weighing out whether it's too good to be true. And that's what's making, Nine of Wands reversed. That's what's holding you back. Is it too good to be true? That's going to be an interesting question. We'll use a sacral chakra oracle deck here. Well, you did get the manifestation. I don't think it is too good to be true. It is too good. It is too good. And it is true. I mean, this is definitely how you're going to manifest these things, how you're going to, really, create the frequency, create the tune, create the vibration. This is up to you. And this is also, like I said, there was a lot of self-worth issues. This is about knowing your value. And you also did get this great card, which I love this one a lot because it's diet. It's like, what are you ingesting every day spiritually about manifestation? Are you ingesting that you're not good enough? That's going to cause your diet of your energy. So it's like, what are you putting in to feed yourself to get you to manifest this is going to be what you need to watch right now. And you need to get this inner child. And I think that that's not an issue. I think that this is where you need to keep feeding that inner child and not feeding that criticized inner child that was criticized by past people or even yourself constantly to get you to open up this door, whether you're single, to new love or a new love situation that's come about or whatever's going on in your love situation this is the answer to it. A lot of it's lying on yourself. You got Mars here. You've got third house and we got Pisces. Yeah, this is about you having to communicate all the stuff that you're spiritually sensitive about. And maybe you have all these big ideas that you're ready to say and all these things that you want to say and you've been holding yourself back or you've been kind of hiding about it or it's been too sensitive. But this is about having the courage to speak about the environment you want, the vision that you want, not be so sensitive to say the things that you want to say. Back to you.
All right, Capricorn, Mercury retrograde, 6th house. This is definitely, I think, having you get particular, get, dialed in on what reality you want, especially when we're dealing with that 5th house stuff with the North Node there, Uranus, the Sun, love, happiness, paying attention to your own life and the creative, manifestations that you can bring to life from that. The Sun squaring Saturn in your 2nd. The lunar eclipse is going to be in your 11th. Square that Saturn in your 2nd. So there's a lot of pressure here on your self-worth and your value. You have to know you're worth it. You don't want to pay attention to what other people are thinking. And I think with Jupiter and Venus in your 4th, it's really like, screw what the world wants of you. What makes you happy and who are the people in your life that support you? The people in life that support you are going to make you feel grounded and secure, and you can feel like you can grow anything that you want to achieve from this world that makes you happy, that's pure to you. You can go into that space big time right now. The people that don't support you, bye. Who cares? Don't play with that energy right now. It's not worth your time. You have a lot that you can build and a lot that you've grown into, especially with Pluto over the last 14 years. So you're kind of like, who you are. Now you need to value that and grow that and keep that pure and keep that in your happy place so that you can have really good things come into your life. pretty positive for you right now. It can be like very emotional, but it's good to be emotional. Let the emotions be felt so that you can amplify the story of what they're trying to show you. If things don't make you feel good, they're not making you happy. So you can start to make those pivots in your life, and you can start to kind of get particular and analyze how those can be changed in your physical world so that better can come up. I feel like for you right now, it's not about going some crazy radical direction. It's just about building from the foundation that you've already kind of set into stone, and not letting other people derail you. So make sure that, people in your life are on your team right now and they're supporting you, and make sure, more importantly, that you're supporting yourself and knowing that you're worthy of great things and great relationships and great love, and all that's going to start blowing up for you.
Booyah, big time, especially all that fourth house stuff now. It's time to get that cradle of love going. Virgos. Ooh. Cradle of love. Maybe we should put on Cradle of Filth.
Cradle of Filth for Virgo?
No, for Capricorn. All right. We got Virgos up here. Virgo. So much has changed in Virgos now. The new adventure, but the letting go of the same environment and the same mundane but obsessed little tiny. You know what, Virgos? It's like you guys are all living in a little tiny, like, those little like train villages that people build? It would be like being in Mr. Rogers' little fucking train little world. It's time for you to get out of Mr. Rogers' room and the little train room and with all the dolls, and like get out, see what is out beyond the door. Because you're wrapped up in the same environment in the same way. And picking partners that keep you in that same place. And too afraid to really go where no Virgo has gone before. All right, Virgo, let's see what's coming up for you. One big shuffle here. Actually, we'll do two big shuffles here. Well, you got Page of Pentacles upright. So this is, what do you really want here, Virgo? There's a big offer. Or maybe you have to present an offer. I feel like you're the one presenting the offer the way that this is. This earth energy, definitely ready to present an offer. Ooh, Two of Pentacles reversed and Eight of Cups reversed. I feel like that you're ready to walk away from something in order, and I feel like that your world's being upside down, and it feels like you're done being in this washy space. It feels like maybe you've walked away to be able to make the offer. Have you done this yet? Queen of Cups. I think that you have maybe finally embraced the idea that in order to get the happiness that you want, that you've walked away energetically from what you don't want in your life anymore. What's up with this world? I feel like it's so weird because Two Pentacles, but I almost feel like, I know that you've been really wishy-washy, but I feel like that you're over that. Queen of Pentacles reversed. No, you're still on the fence, but I feel like this offer that you're ready to make, I think that you need to make your offer. I know this might sound like you feel like you need to keep receiving the offer, but like, I feel like that you need to make the offer to where you need to go in your life right now. I mean, this is the adventure that you want, the vision that you want. I feel like that you had issues with, I'm going to be honest, I feel like that you've been kind of dealing with somebody and you kind of had to finally emotionally leave. And I think that you were kind of having to mother them a lot in order for you to finally start to really be honest with where you want to go with things and who you want to. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm a fucking channeler. So I don't know why. I feel like that there's somebody out there that you have the sight on that you have not told about. Yeah, you want them really bad. Four of Pentacles? Holy shit, that answers my question. Look at that. She wants it bad. You want something really bad that you're about to make an offer to, but you had to deal with something that I think that you're a good Virgo. You were waiting for the right timing. Yep, Hermit reversed. I feel like you're done fucking understanding that crash test fucking story. Wow, this is kind of exciting, but I almost feel like you're feeling like maybe you lack the confidence, or you're too wishy-washy of whether or not you're going to actually make this offer. But it's a judgment, and you know that you got to make the call. I almost feel like it's like time isn't on your side, and it almost feels like it's a divine call that you have to make your offer. What's going on with this offer? I feel like, I know that I might sound crazy about this, but Knight of Swords reversed. I feel like you were terrified for things to change so fast. You were terrified. It feels like it's kind of like out of nowhere, or maybe it's too quick. Maybe I have to still let go of this other thing all the way more, even though it's already let go. But boom. It might feel foolish, but I feel like it is the start of the new chapter in your life of where you need to go. And even if you get rejected, hey, it's off. It'll turn the next story to where the new offer is. Wow, you definitely are saying bye to something that you were hiding or you had to go through. This might sound crazy, but that's what I'm picking up extremely right now. Wow, yeah, Tower card here. I feel like that you are terrified that everything is going to come crashing down. I don't know why there's that there, though. I think that I think that you're too afraid to be the big shocker with this, and too afraid of being judged. Strength reversed and the Hangman reversed. That's so weird, because it's like you're free to do it, but you don't have the strength to. What's the spiritual advice? Devil reversed. You're not trapped anymore, so why stay in the trap of not having what you really want in your life, and the freedom to have what you really want? It's very new energy. You got the Empress reversed. The advice is to remember how beautiful and how magnificent you are and what you have here to create and offer, instead of staying with bullshit that you already know that you have to say you've said goodbye to, or maybe you're finally saying goodbye this week. I mean, to be honest with you, this could definitely be kind of this big energy where you're ready to leave something and you finally have the confidence to do that. But then I feel like, Virgo, you're doing it because you have this other energy on your mind that you really want, or this other offer, or at least a different way you want your life to go here with your love life. You feel foolish doing it, but I don't think that you are foolish. I'll actually give you confirmation on that. Two of Swords, look at you. You just keep weighing it out in your head too much. Ace of Wands, this is the spiritual advice still saying, hey, open up the door of wow. Don't be afraid to wow the whole life, your whole love life, and your whole excitement of love. Have the strength. You have nothing to hold you back except yourself. Don't be afraid of shocking moments here and dramatic changes. I just, fucking a bomb reading here. What's the outcome going to be here? What is Virgo going to do here? Well, you're definitely ready to drive your way into happy land and your true happiness. So I feel like this is going down. What's the outcome of the other person that you're thinking about here? Wheel of Fortune reversed. I think that you feel like you are just going to have bad fortune. It's not going to work out. You feel like it's bad timing, but you're not the one in control of that. I feel like you're trying to control the timing, and that's been the problem here. You got the Chariot reversed. This outcome is really showing as look at this, you're driving to the happiness you want, and then you're like, I don't know. It's like I don't know if I should. I want to stay in my same environment. No, it's time to go on the adventure. That's what the astrology is saying. Oh my God, I want this amazing situation to happen in my life. No, I want control of how it's going to happen. High Priestess reverse. It's like you're going against your intuition. You're going against, maybe you're overlooking the other person too much, and you're trying to, I think that you just need to do the simple thing. Like, just do the thing that needs to be done. Make the offer. Make something be exposed. Go there. Six of Swords. It's time to go. I think that the outcome is just showing you that, like, you have no control, that you have no way of understanding until you at least be honest with yourself and make the offer of what you really want here in your life. And it might seem crazy or shocking, but I think that that's what this full moon and lunar eclipse is about for you in Scorpio as Virgo. I mean, honestly, I feel like it's learning to communicate the truth and letting go of the old environments and opening up the new door And that Saturn in the 6th is it's going to change your reality and change your lifestyle. I'm going to pick one more, like just what's overall spiritually for you. Going for the ultimate love story, Knight of Wands, your King of Wands here with a Knight of Wands. I don't know what else to tell you here. I mean, it's going to feel like it's much more of that masculine side of you that needs to comes out. And I know that there's this deep feminine energy within you, but it feels like you got to be honest and you got to be transparent. I don't know. What's this other person just even think about you? They would love the call from you. So they would totally be stoked. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with you right now and tripping. Let's see what Avalon has to say for you this week. What's Camelot? Where are we channeling from Camelot for you? Wow. Okay. It's time to definitely get involved. We got Bridget here, and she's all about that. I'm telling you, she's all about that birth energy, that radiance, and she's all about that soul empowerment and the passion. I feel like that's what's been lacking in your life. Do you see how she's like conjuring up that fucking power? It's very Aries too, if you really look at that card. And it's a 7 card, 34, the highest that 7 gets. So, you know, this is definitely you expanding into the stable place of happiness and the beauty that you really want to go in your life and the self-empowerment and to do it. And you got the Abbey, which is the awesome. It's the first card. It's the interconnectedness. It's the serenity. And that's what's going to finally bring you to the place where you need to go. And you got Galahad here, which is the courage to finally triumph, but just by letting go of what's not working and where's the pure place that's true in your heart and true in your happiness. So, but whatever you've been dealing with that you need to let go of, fucking that has been done, or you are ready to do it and you're doing it. And I feel like then you're too afraid to do the shock of that while too afraid to do the shock of what you really want to do, but you can't be afraid of that shock shit. You got Pluto in the 4th with Leo. I mean, this is definitely, you're bringing up your true happy emotions and what doesn't make you happy and what does at the same time. And it's going to feel like you're popping out, whoop, like out of nowhere, like a gopher out of the hole, like, fuck, this is what I want. Fucking, oh my God. And it's like your true happiness energy is coming out emotionally, and don't be afraid of it. Back to you.
All right, Virgo. Well, Mercury retrograde in your 10th house. I think you got to reevaluate some really big decisions in your life right now. You got to get back and internalize and, you know, have a good understanding of where you're trying to go, what the peak of your mountain looks like. And ideally with relationships, do you have someone that can get to the top of the mountain with you? You do have a lot in your 8th house here, which is, you know, very passionate, very intense with Jupiter coming in and Venus. So there's amplified, deep emotion here. I mean, it can feel like a big time transformation is ready for you. Maybe, are you ready for the transformation? I mean, you look at your 7th house, it still has Neptune there. Mars and Neptune are coming together, and Neptune's making good aspects to the nodes. I mean, why not cut to the bottom of what it is you really want from partnerships and relationships? And I think also with Saturn in your 6th house and square this eclipse, you're still at a place where you have to change your environment and your reality and what the routine is that is not normal. You have to do the odd route in your life to get the relationship, to get the passion and the intensity that you want to amplify and that you really want to be the glue in life, especially with relationships, because this solar eclipse is really heady for you, especially with your ruling planet going retrograde. Like, you're going to be in a really heady place. So it's 3rd house for you and 9th house with the sun and Uranus. So there's a lot of things in your environment. There's a lot of little details and fine details that, you know, you got to perfect in the Virgo way that will purify and make the changes to expand your story. You don't want to keep doing the same thing over again. It's like the new sort of shift of perspective can get you higher and farther than you could ever go, and it can really attract in the energy that you want to relate with, that can go all the way with you, that can build something with you. There's something about it, but it's really a belief change, and it's really being able to do that weird change that you probably thought was dirty, that you probably thought wasn't right. It's that one thing you haven't thought of yet that's actually going to attract in, you know, really beautiful relationship stuff. You're still in a good relationship transit with Mars and Neptune in your 7th, although you could miss it. So don't look past it. I feel like there's some really good energy there for you to really grab onto right now. but you kind of have to destroy the old ways you've been doing it and the old way you thought you had to do it. There's new truths out there for you. You just got to accept those.
Don't miss out on it. Libras. Libra. Oh, Libra.
Are there going to be some lucky Libras today?
What'd you say?
Are there going to be lucky Libras?
I don't know. What do you feel with this lunar eclipse in their 12th? I feel like, again, this has been Libra's constant coming out party, but like the hesitation to fully come out, and then this is Libras are having to let go of something that they know is horribly not as valuable as they think it is. Their obsession with something that's not gone the way they want, their ability to finally like not be afraid, and to finally go into deeper realms, and to, you know, they can't have so many locks on all the fucking doors. Libras used to be opposite than that. Just think about Libras 10 years ago. Even for me, if I think of Libras during this cycle, they were just like wide open. Now it's like they're afraid to be wide open.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird to see Libras like the hardest to fucking open up to now.
We were talking about that. Where'd all the Libras go?
They all fucking went into hiding and with horrible relationships that they're just waiting for their moment to feel like is the right timing. You know, or they tried to get all like this own, like, it's not even wokeism, it's Libra wokeism. It's like Libras created their own wokeism of how like relationships should be in this really weird way, and like suppress their animalistic nature, and are like saying that they found peace and not realizing that they find their value and their beauty through their sexual energy, which is really weird.
Very weird.
It's very weird. So Libras are missing in action. I don't know if a Libra has came in a long time.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's hilarious.
North
like
Node in the
truly,
8th,
like
they should
the way
be.
they want to. It's like, they pick the easy person that they can control right now. Or they avoid. It's one of the two's happening right now with Libras, and we're going to see if they're going to continue doing that, if they're going to finally open the doors back up. And, you know, it's like, you know, CV's over, all that shit's over, right? Like, Libras, wake up, like, you can be a Libra again. Everybody, the world opened up, Libras didn't open back up, you know what I mean? Like Libras have like a weird passport. You have to fucking get your Libra shots in order to fucking enter, like, and nobody knows where to get the shots.
The world will rejoice when Saturn leaves their 5th.
Well, I think that the world will rejoice when they actually learn to use Saturn in their 5th.
Yeah.
You know. So let's see, Libra, what's going on here? I know that you're like, fuck, how does he know? Oh, 5 of Cups. Libras aren't too happy. You're not too happy right now, are you, Libra? No, you're not. What is this about? Wow. Yeah, not having what you want at all. Avoiding the magic, avoiding the things that you really want in your life. Why are you self-avoiding? I feel like you are exactly as I was just channeling. Like you've created your own little woke way of how things should be, what magic should look like, and what things should always show up as and stuff. But it's like if you're not doing that to yourself, which I think you believe you are, you know, it's like you're really not, because you're creating a place of denying what you really want to create. You know, and this denial is not working. I think that you're also surrounding yourself, especially to this moment that you're watching this reading, around people who really are fake magic. And so then it's like easy for you because you constantly hang around people that don't have it in order for them to be kind of the followers of this weird story that you're kind of creating right now. Wow, Temperance reverse, it's all fake. This might sound crazy, but it's almost like you're creating your own fake law of attraction and nothing's being attracted in. Wow. Look at all these reversals. 2 of Pentacles reversed, Queen of Pentacles reversed, Temperance reversed, Magician reversed. I feel like you've become into, you really kind of put yourself here into where you're actually have become feeling like, I don't care where you're at, you feel like you're kind of isolated and alone, and you're not feeling the happiness and the love, and you know that things have to change. And I think that, I don't even know if you've come to that realization yet. Well, there's that King of Rods showing up. But I think that you are very upset because you know that you want the ultimate happiness and love. But I think that you've created kind of all these weird things, whether they're fake scenarios or weird stuff, or staying with somebody you don't want to stay with, or hanging around the wrong kind of people. That's kind of created this weird thing. What's up with that? Wow. You got the Queen and the King together of Wands here. You want the ultimate love story here, and you are avoiding that shit like the plague. Yeah, it's the emotional thing. King of Cups reversed. You feel very uncertain about things. You want certainty emotionally. When I'm here to tell you that you need to build emotion, that's your problem, is that you're expecting way too much out of the world, and I'm sorry to say, the world's just sitting and watching go by, and that's what's making you feel unhappy. Look at that. I pulled 2 cards. You put the Empress and the Sun card reversed. You want to know how to have that emotional security is when you come out into the sunlight and you show your Empress, the Libra card, the beauty, the magnificent one, and that's when you get the royal love life that you want. I feel like you're dealing with, Libra, this 2 balanced sides are unbalanced. Like, you're not allowing yourself to hold the value and to show the beauty, and you're feeling like you don't know where to go. You're not allowing yourself to have the magic and to have the beauty of the magic and the natural beauty of life and the organic beauty of who you are. It's almost like you're denying yourself of your organic way of love and living in this expectation. The Magician card reverses this fake programmed reality bullshit that I'll be honest, it comes out of nowhere of how you think you created. What's your spiritual advice? You have the Moon card. You have to get out of the shadows. You have to let you need to howl again at night. You need to open the doors that you really want in your life. Like, this spiritual advice is coming in hot with what I'm saying here. Wow, Lovers reversed. Oh my God. I feel like when this just came on this row right here, it's like, no wonder love's not happening. You're too scared emotionally to have the bomb of the bomb because of whatever situation. Either A, you're in a love scenario that's fake and you know it, and that you're too afraid of the true love, or you're just afraid of having the true love energy of having something not go the way you want to. And I think that you're too afraid of I'm going to be honest with you, especially when you look at that Lovers, you're too afraid of that sensual, sexual energy. That's really the truth. Tower reversed. I mean, you can't, you don't want anything to be shocking anymore. You want everything to be like so planned out and perfect that it's like, I'm sorry to say, it's not going to work out that way. Yeah. And you got to learn to let go of these crazy value systems right now. How many Pentacles do I have to see reversed here? What's going on with the outcome? Hangman. Well, nothing happens if you don't do anything and you just keep staying in the same shit. It's just going to feel stuck more and more and more. Emperor. Well, maybe you have the courage to finally take the wisdom and do something about it here and take your defenses down. Oh, but again, all this beauty energy comes up. It's like you're afraid of your beauty and really shining it and letting it be taken. And stop giving your beauty away to people that really, aren't worth it. Again, I would say pheromones, like people that aren't on the same pheromone level as you. Yeah, you're walking away from something that really is not as pretty or as beautiful as you, and that you know that you have to walk away from that. And you're too afraid to do that. Yeah, you gotta stop building with that. And look at that Chariot is there. Let's go. Let's take the ride. And I feel like this Chariot's really crowning this spread here and saying, yo, it's time to move. It's time to go. It's time to go where you really want to go. What's the hesitation of that? Just one more card here. Too afraid of opening the doors of happiness and love. Too afraid of opening up the excitement. I feel like we're going to go shadow. What is going on with Libra and this shadow shit going on? This is like all your hidden shit I'm popping up right now. I got a moon card there. I got all these magician reversed energies, temperance reversed. The 5 of cups is the base of this whole entire spread here. Oh man, I want to find out what is going on, Libra. What's this shadow shit you're dealing with here? Oh, enlightenment, inspiration, epiphany, innovation. You're too afraid of that. You're too afraid to have that inspiration in your life. You're too afraid to have that crazy out of nowhere energy. That's where you do best. Believe it or not, 5th house is Aquarius for you. Hope. You don't believe that you can have the wish that you really want to have. You're terrified of that. You don't think that that's possible. You're creating stories of why that's not possible. And you're holding yourself back. And again, you've created your own religion and you've created beliefs of these rules that are fucking it all up for yourself. Good luck. 7th house, Neptune. Pisces, the delusional relationship, like reality you've created for yourself and the self-undoing that you keep doing in relationships. You got to stop self-sabotaging yourself in the true happiness of the real relationship life that you want. And you can step into the dreams and the hopes and I don't want to say the word fantasy, but it's like you stop believing in the fantasy love and you got to remember that that's all possible. Instead of creating all these rules and all these crazy things, God, you go from like swing to almost swinger status or crazy status to locked up and with just like some easy person that you have control over that you don't give it all to until you wait until you get through this. Well, I'm sorry to say, like, do you want to keep doing that or do you just want to be, okay, yeah, you got to have some rules in life, but you got to express yourself and you got to have that excitement of who you are. That's what this is teaching you with all this Aquarius. Back to you.
All right, Libra. Well, Mercury is retrograde in your 9th house. This is reevaluating beliefs. This is narrowing some things down so that you can ultimately figure out ways to expand them and find more truth in your life about where you can grow and where you can, see where the story is going to go for you. And I think a lot of this has to do with your relationship life. Jupiter just came into your 7th house. Venus is in your 7th house. Your chart ruler is in detriment in your 7th house, which is so ironic for Libra. But look, how can you expand relationships? And it's probably by thawing your heart. This lunar eclipse is going to be in your 2nd house. The sun's in your 8th house. It's with Uranus in the North Node. You have to transform your heart. You have to get back because Saturn's there in Aquarius. Just come on, learn the lessons. Like David mentioned when we started this, there's lessons about self-worth, about your love life, about how you can make life more happy and better and how to put yourself out there and really express yourself and to attract in the partners that you want. But you have to get out there. You can't like hermit this one. I think you have to get back to realizing you're the shit, you're valuable, you got to know that worth, and all the little things that you've been suppressing that are holding you back from that, they need to go, and they're all going to get revealed this week, and it's going to show you how to step up and take command of your life in a way that is positive and loving, and to welcome in that great energy opposite your sign right now in your 7th that's really with the 2 benefics. It's trying to help you find how to justify your relationship life and how to expand that in ways that you could have never imagined. And maybe that's what this Mercury retrograde in your 9th is changing too, is like the way you believed relationships could be, or the way that you thought, that everything could change because your self-worth and value is changing, and that's opening up your heart to something magical. This is a special time for you. So you're so lucky to have the 2 benefics in your 7th right now. It's definitely extremes. It could bring a lot of relationship stuff up, but it's ultimately to help you find the best balance and the most beautiful balance that you can harmonize with. And it comes back to your heart, and you better know that you're worth good things right now, or you're not going to get that reflection out of others, and they're not going to believe in you either. So believe in yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with this 8th house transit's still happening in the North Node meeting. It's to remember that the transformation is the butterfly, right? And it's like, this is your butterfly moment, and get out of that cocoon and stop holding to this weird cocoon that you think is justified in some weird fucking crazy alien kind of like being alienated out in the world, like being alone in the forest and being alone in the desert and being alone in these weird places, like in a room by yourself with just some like old past lover or some weird situation that you think is just like so, or being in a full-blown marriage and fucking just totally like not like two ships in the night passing each other. Oof. Oof. Aquarius, speaking of isolation,
Isolation masters.
we're gonna go with the Vampers deck. Aquarius, this is gonna be not the easiest lunar eclipse you've ever been through. Let me tell you that one. With Saturn in your own sign, it's definitely not easy. You know, it's a lot easier when Saturn's in your own sign and sometimes the eclipses are with you, but you know, when they're squaring you, it's kind of like, what the heck? Especially in your 4th and 10th. And you know, I feel like with Mercury retrograde in your love house, whoo, Jupiter and Venus and Aries is, I mean, honestly, Aquarius, you're so clear on knowing what you always want. It's just about how you know how to communicate now and how well you know how to be in the environment and change your environment and change the way that you are instead of staying in these weird places. And I know Pluto's still retrograding in your 12th, but I feel like, you know, this Pisces energy showed you the dreams possible. Like, did you self-undo that, or what did you do to create that? Your first card that flew out here was the 9 of Swords in reverse. So this is you getting over your fears. I mean, you getting over, fears of realizing that you're out of, you know. I mean, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. This could go any way, because the 9 of Swords comes up after the 8 of Swords. It's like waking up and realizing, oh shit, what was that? How did I get there? But this reversal is like, did you even do that yet? She's not looking too, she's looking very defensive and scared, although this is reversed. So is Aquarius finally going to get over their defenses and being scared and having anxiety or weird, stupid little tiny fears? Sun reversed. But we did get a King of Wands here. So yeah, I think that you're ready for happiness, but I think that, you know, you're not expressing yourself. This is about expressing it, knowing how to express what you really want. You know, that Sun card, it's really difficult if it doesn't know how to fully express itself in the sun and just burn itself bright and happy. And not, you know, it almost is like the odd energy. I know that you are the oddball of the zodiac, but I feel like you're not so odd that you can't be expressing. What's going on with that expression? Star card. You know, I think a lot of this is you get a new shot back at life, you know, with love and happiness. You know, it's like, hey, start fresh. Start from a fresh place of where you're at now and expressing yourself. Stop like always looking back at the past or where you weren't able to free yourself or whatever the causes were, or whatever issues you went through, whatever personal stuff you went through. It's all washed away. It's all a new beginning. It's all this fresh new start. It's all like following where the divine's calling you to express yourself. What's up with this King of Wands up here? Ace of Pentacles. There's definitely a door that you want to open up here. This definitely feels like a door that you've been wanting to. I mean, the King of Wands doesn't just get there out of nowhere. You got to go through the whole entire wands to get to that King of Wands. So I feel like it's like something that you've been really wanting to open here, and that doorway's opening. And, you know, what's the fears here? And I think that a lot of it is your expression. Are you maybe fearing that by you doing this that you'll lose the expression that you've had. But really, I think the big question is, have you even really had the expression of what you think might be lost? Like, maybe this is trying to open up the door to fully show you what expression really is. Wow, you got the Emperor here. I mean, I feel like this is definitely your big week here to really make the big shift. I mean, I love these three cards, the Star card, the Emperor, and the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, this is kind of this new start that just jumps to the Emperor, that just jumps into this really powerful, beautiful doorway that's already been being built, especially with that King of Wands behind it. The only thing that we're really seeing here weird is the Sun card reversed, which is definitely a self-expression energy. That just came popping out, and you did get the Four of Swords. I mean, this is where you want to find serenity. You want to find peace. You want to find that place that really brings you to a place that you call home, that brings you to a place where you emotionally can really put yourself, your anxieties, and your moods definitely in a place where you feel safe and secure. So, but you got to have that courage to go to that place. You're pulling weird cards, like two cards at a time. You got a Queen of Cups here, and then you did get the 10 of Wands in reverse. That's great. I mean, I feel like you're definitely... It's not... I'm going to be honest with you. You have no excuses. You don't have a lot going on that you're... I'm going to be honest. Whenever I see 10 of Wands in reverse, it's like with a Queen of Cups like this, it's almost like... Well, it's not like you have too much in your life holding you back from... Fucking, it's not like you're on some big quest right now that you're trying to force to happen right now or anything. It's kind of like, hey, I'm open for. Look at how she's chilling. She's just like, yeah, I'm ready for all that you want to give me. I'm ready to wrap I'm ready to wrap all my shit all around you. Like, I'm not out there trying to fucking do all this crazy shit. No, not at all. So I got a feeling that you are at a place where this week you are really, really to kind of put out this expression of what you really want in a very powerful way and not being afraid to do that. You're going to have to you're going to have to try hard. You got a Five of Swords there. Even if maybe they're not going to like it. I mean, you got to kind of, whether this is your last shot or whether this is your first shot, you're definitely giving it your best shot. Whatever it is this week. What's your spiritual advice card that you got here? Knight of Wands in reversed. Is that having to do with not going after things? Well, Queen of Swords, yeah. You've been thinking a lot with your head, which still do in the direction, but I almost feel like you need to show expression and leap. You need to show the leap. Having conversations is one thing and being clear, but seeing the energy of leaping towards somebody and giving them a hug, especially, I'm going to be honest, Aquarius, you're not the one to be seen leaping for love. That's too weird for you. So this is definitely learn to leap for love a little bit. Say a hallelujah. Say hallelujah with me, Aquarius. Hallelujah. Got a Justice card up right here too. This is definitely looking really good. Like, this is definitely... I feel like this is finally a moment here where it feels like it's aligned in yourself, and it's aligned for you to finally come out to express yourself and not worry so much about the expression of however it goes. Hey, it's better to give it your best shot in life than not. Wow, you got a Knight of Pentacles there too. It's time to move your life forward. I feel like this is an amazing reading. I can't even believe how many good cards are here. What's the outcome going to be with this? Well, at least you're not going to be dealing with the fucking old devil anymore. So I feel like, maybe the devil was you and your own self and your own fears and your own anxieties and trapping yourself kind of in this weird space. I pulled if you were letting go of some stupid energy, it's a fake magician, somebody who's not understanding of the divine. So maybe you've been wasting your time a little bit on the side still, or holding on to somebody that really doesn't understand this kind of spiritual shit and understand any of the magic. So that's at least, I think, happening. That's giving you this energy to move forward. Who are you moving towards? I'm going to go off for a second. Who are you moving towards here? Wow. 5 of Wands. Somebody who's could definitely argue with you or get into some crazy energy, but they're definitely a light worker, definitely not somebody who's afraid to back the dark away, and somebody who's got a lot of shit going on, and definitely not afraid of confrontation. So maybe they intimidate you a little bit. Got an Ace of Cups here. with the Tower card, I feel like it's this kind of emotional shock that might be coming. And I kind of think it's funny because the person that you're probably thinking of, or that you're trying to, whether it's your partner, whether it's somebody you're going after, or somebody you're dating or something, you probably think like they're too busy defending something or doing something, or, you know, this is the card of sports or the card of just doing like a bunch of stuff. And you might feel like that you might be causing them a conflict by shocking them with this extreme emotional shit. But it doesn't look like it is. Look at that. We got a Page of Pentacles there. It's like, that's the offer that needs to be made, you know? They only pay attention and turn around when real offers are being made, not when like just talks. I just want to talk about things. No, Aquarius, I'm sorry to say, love is a lot more than talking. It's a lot more than talking. I know that they say communication's everything in love, but I'm sorry, I'm trying to tell you that you got to have love first. You know what I mean? Like, you got to have love first. You can't have like, well, I'm going to figure this out through fucking talking and just having like, can we talk about things? Like, let's see the love. Last card, just overall, look at that. 4 of Skulls. Like, I you know what? You know what you really want, so you can't act like you don't know, because you know exactly what you want. I'll pull from the good old Sacral Chakra Oracle. What do we got? Wow. Again, expression. It's all about expression. That was the only fucking card that I even saw here that had to do anything bad in your thing. Was expression. And your soul expressing yourself. And not being afraid to show your love things. Your love. Look at that. I love that card. You know why? That expression? Even the fucking saliva out of the mouth. Fuck it. That's what people want to see. You know? Some people are like, no, I don't want to see that. But it's like, no, we really want to see like the whole, like, the expression of happiness and love. And you got emotions here. So, you know, I know that you're afraid to show your expressions emotionally, but you know, you don't know what it's like when you actually like attach expression and emotion together. It's going to be a weird road in a weird emotional place, but hey. And look at that, expectations. You gotta. I think that's your issue. You're having way too many expectations, and it's letting you down. And then you come across as this person like, are you gonna do this for me? Are you gonna do that for me? And this is what I need, and this is what I want. Like, stop having expectations of, one, in yourself of how you should express yourself and your emotions, and 2, what you expect others to respond with in life or how they respond. Just go do what you are ready to go do and stop being afraid to do it. And honestly, you have 0 excuses. You got 5th house. You got 2nd house here. Oh, sorry, 5th house and that's Gemini. 5th house, Gemini, and Jupiter. It's definitely, you understand and you know what you want, but you gotta communicate more than just communicate. You gotta show the whole story. You gotta say it all. You got to say it all, and you got to say it all in the happiest place. You got to express 5th house in a big way what you want. Remember, I know it feels like a tiny space that you want to try to understand in bite-sized form, but hey, if it's going to be bite-sized, it better be compacted with all that energy of expression and love. Back to you.
All right, Aqua. Well, it is a big time for expression of love. Mercury's retrograde in your 5th house. So you need to really figure out what it is you love, how you want to express yourself, and then express yourself. And, you know, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be something crazy. It doesn't have to be all radical. I know you want everything to be all crazy and radical. Like, this just has to be your heart. Like, what are you really feeling? Especially with this lunar eclipse that's going to be in your 10th house, sun in your 4th, with the North Node in your 4th. You know, there's a lot of emotion right now. And expressing that and being honest and truthful about it will be very helpful. I think this lunar eclipse in your 10th is a big one because it's in the 10th, and of course it is square Saturn in your sign. This is where you have to take responsibility. You have to step up for the life that you want. You have to step up for things. The only way to do that is to express yourself. It's to put it out there. And maybe you need to go back inward to realize this great courage that you have to no stops all the way. Full expression of what you want, what you're feeling, how to make your life more comfortable, and how to deal with the emotions that you're feeling instead of just disregarding emotion. And you cannot blame other people. You cannot blame the world right now. You cannot blame a partner. This is where you have to take self-accountability. And that's the square to Saturn in your first, is you have to be accountable for why you haven't taken a step up or for why things aren't working out. You got to be able to look at yourself and internalize why you weren't expressing yourself fully to the max. And Jupiter and Venus are in your third house here, backing you up big time. The two benefics saying, talk, express yourself, look at your environment. How can you make a pivot? How can you make a change that's going to support your destiny? And where have you been holding yourself back? And again, the biggest thing here is there's no excuse. None. You have to own up to what you want right now to get more love into your life and to get more security and to get the mission that you really want to be on. It's not going to show up right now unless you take accountability and you strive for it and you have the courage and the persistence to trailblaze that. So, you got that.
Trailblaze. Especially, I mean, I feel like, what else do you got, Aquarius, except to find what emotion really feels like? Because your Saturn transit came with all this energy about Taurus and Gemini, about emotions and love, which is so opposite of the lands that you rule. Aries. Aries. Let's see what's going on with them Aries. Happy Jupiter in Aries. Aries out there. Woo. Big time for Aries. Jupiter, of course, I like to say, promises a lot. Don't expect to get every gift. Just be happy with whatever the blessings that do come, Don't have such high expectations, but have high hopes. But don't have expectations. Because Jupiter will always let you down if you expect too much. Jupiter can't deliver it all, and every guru can't deliver it all. It's always, if you think about it with a guru, it's always that like one little thing that sticks with you for life, not like their whole lesson plan. See? I just blew your mind, didn't I? All right. Aries, let's see what's going on for you in love. One more last shuffle here. Queen of Pentacles reversed here. I don't know. It feels like you are definitely kind of not knowing what to... Or you want something to happen and you're unsure how it's going to happen, or you don't feel like it's going to happen with somebody, or you don't know how to build something with somebody. Let's see what's going on. Two of Wands. Yeah, you definitely want something to happen and you just don't know how, and you definitely believe it's going to, but you just don't know how. Or you don't feel like you're good enough, or you're questioning your own value, your own worth, your own stuff. What's going on with this world here? But High Priestess. Yeah, I almost feel like you're kind of having a second doubt about what world you really want right now. I don't know. We're going to get, okay. Well, I think that you're really wide open right now. You got a Nine of Wands there reversed with that Hierophant card. I feel like you're really open to, your beliefs are ready to believe whatever can be possible. I just feel like the world that you want, you're kind of in this kind of haze here that, to be honest with you, I think a lot of it has to do with just kind of like, maybe you're relying too much on signs or too much on intuition when you've already got those hits. Wow, Ace of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, I think, again, this is all coming up to like how to make something real. I got a feeling that you're going to have to make things real. You know what I mean? I feel like, you're going to have to like make those offers real, or take the invites that are real, or, you just can't set everything to just phone calls and stuff like that. Whenever we're dealing with Pentacles, you got to make it real. The touch has to be real. The shit has to be real. Wow, you got Ace of Wands reverse, though. I got a feeling this belief system, though, I don't know. This might be over expected. Again, like I was saying with Jupiter, this expectation, you got to just be more open about how things are going to happen. And I think drop a lot of the angers about belief, because whenever I see this Knight of Wands reverse, it's saying drop all of your, all your resistance and all your upsetness and just all the things that keep you kind of all wound up in this kind of closed off way. And that's what's keeping things not from coming together. I'm going to be honest. It's about showing ease and grace, I especially with that Ace of Pentacles reverse, showing that there's a door there open. I almost feel like maybe you've maybe people don't know what to deal with. You maybe deal with, how is this going to be built? Well, nobody can see clearly what world you really want. Like, for real. Like, maybe there's been talks, but there's like really no substance of where it is understood. Yeah, there's judgment here. This is definitely this higher calling that you're being called to, and I don't think that it's crazy to think that. But again, that judgment card has to get out of the coffin and rise up with the others to the horns that are calling. So I feel like this is your rise up moment here. Well, that just fell out. What did we get there? Yep. 5 of Wands. This is some conflict going on. I think that you got to not be in crazy conflict about things because of these really weird. I mean, I'm just going to say it. Whenever I see a High Priestess reversed, it's like the woke ass spiritual person. Like, stop acting that way. That's not going to open any doors. You might be feeling like you're having to like fight your way through things when really I think it's much more of like, there's a lot of things that come into play with 5 of Wands that are just trying to work themselves out. You don't need to go to battle for things. Repressed emotions. I feel like your emotions are feeling repressed, or you feel that your emotions aren't going anywhere right now, and that's what's keeping things feeling like the door of love's not opening, the door of it physically not happening. But let's get to the bottom of this. You definitely don't want heartbreak, and so anything that feels like heartbreak, it feels like the game operation for you. It feels like, once it gets a little close to what feels like could be heartbreak, you back out. I don't want to feel that. And that's your problem. When the judgment comes, you can't be afraid of anything. So I think that you got to let go of your self-worth issues around feeling like heartbreak's going to happen, that you subconsciously, emotionally will fight tooth and nail for, which actually is repelling energy. What's the spiritual advice here? Queen of Wands, you got to show up as a queen of happiness and love. And an emperor that really wants that, like the courage one, the strength to do that. Wow, look at the Knight of Pentacles there. Fucking, oh my gosh. And look at this 10 of Wands. Like, you got to fight to the finish line. And I know it might feel like it's a lot of weight, but I almost feel like for you, it's like, why are you not? I almost feel like you're trying to do love like this, like, weird way. Like, instead of just doing it I want the happiest love, and the loyalty is only going to come from showing how bad you want things and the strength to go through. And this Knight of Pentacles willing to make the journey and willing to go into the physical plane of things and make things happen and get your life moving. Actually get your life moving. Are you stuck in the same pattern in your life where you're not really doing anything? How's your money situation? Page of Pentacles. This is definitely like making these new offers in your life and exploring a new way of doing things, an exciting new way of doing things. What's up with that 10 of Wands there? 3 of Cups. I feel like the weight is you're wasting too much time with friends, or just trying to have fun, or going to the bar, or having too much fun. That's why you're not having the love story. Your outcome is this 6 of Swords. Wow. Well, I think that you're afraid to make the journey. Hangman, you feel trapped. 5 of Swords, you're not trying hard enough. 7 of Pentacles, not willing to put in so this outcome is going to be this, and I feel like it can come 2 different ways. I just want, you got to stop being in your head, and you got to realize that, you're going to have to go to where you need to go in life. I mean, I got a feeling you're dealing with some anger though, because that 9 of Wands with that Hierophant just is like, you've kind of gotten into this like weird belief of how things should be, and kind of gotten into a weird angry space out of nowhere. And honestly, you're just repelling everything, or taking things way out of context. Especially, look at the 6 of Swords reversed. No, I'm not going to go to that other better side of life. I'm going to just stay here. I'm not going to try hard. No, I don't want to have a game over if I try too hard. I don't want to put that investment in. That Two of Swords reverse, like, it's not like it's this hard choice to make in life. I feel like that, yeah, Nine of Cups reverse. You got to get happy with yourself fully. I don't know why that anger thing pops up. What is that person you're thinking about with you? The devil. They think that you're going to trap them. Especially with that anger. Yep, Sun. The way that you're expressing yourself, it's not coming off like you're ready to go to the beach and have a great time and get in your bikini and show the world the French fries and the fun. It's Jupiter and Aries. It's time for you to expand who you are and how you come across. We're going to find out this shadow shit, because I underneath all this, you know what I got was anger, resentment, not happy, Nine of Cups, and that Queen of Pentacles reversed, which is not feeling the self-worth within yourself and the beautiful energy of inviting energy of wanting to manifest. Closing the door. Nobility. Well, this is part of your problem is I think that you're being a little bit too idealistic about things, and really, are you doing the same back? You know, like you expect high standards, but are you being somebody of high standards back? Knowledge, yeah. I mean, this is where I think, I'm going to be honest, I think when I pull these shadow cards and find the shadow, it's like, you think you know it all, don't you? You think that you've learned it all, and you're in study, and my education taught me this, and I'm so smart. And I'm so noble, and I'm sorry to say, like, it's not love. And you know what? Love conquers all, and I think that's the issue. Is I think that, you know, you're not coming from a love conquers all place. Well, that just came flying out. Yeah, burnt by the sun. I don't know what to tell you here, Aries. I think that you're going to have to come back to learning to have fun again, learning to get off your high horse, and learning how to invest in your happiness and get rid of a lot of these kind of upsetting places that you hold on to with all these doors that could open, but you're closing them all from these weird anger positions for no reason. Like it's almost feeling like it's like got no substance. I couldn't find substance, especially with that High Priestess reverse. I was going to say it, but I'm just going to say, you know what that is? That's when you start to go a little psycho. So don't go psycho, Aries, on crazy things that make no sense about the world that you want. Nobody even understands it. It's almost like you're creating your own crazy fanatical kind of world that nobody can see except you, and you're expecting people to fit in that world, and they don't even know how to fit in the world that's in your own head. You did get ninth house, dealing with your beliefs. You did get part of fortune here, and you did get Capricorn. So this is definitely, yeah, you know, when it comes to your opening up the doors, you can't have control. You got to feel like things are destined, and you got to be positive, and you got to show that there's a door open there for destiny. If you keep, I don't know, coming across as so rule-based about life, especially in the ninth house Capricorn, it never works. You know, ninth house is bigger than Capricorn. Jupiter's bigger than Capricorn. So I think that this is definitely a time for you that the fortune lies in your beliefs that are about destiny and showing that, opposed to why you don't do this and why you don't do that and how come you can't do this. And this is the rules that need to be set. It's like, well, good luck on that adventure. Nobody's going to go with you on that. Back to you.
All right, Aries. Well, you got some environmental stuff going on within your, you know, what's close to you here with Mercury retrograde in the third. You're also having to reevaluate a lot of things that maybe, you know, your own personal truths and how to express yourself and how to communicate what that truth is. So it's going to, you know, start showing you what you really want to focus on and what's too big right now. I don't think you have to go way out there. I think with Jupiter coming into your sign, this is a big time for you to explore what you really want instead of focusing on so much about what other people want. And maybe that's part of this eclipse in your 8th house with the lunar eclipse, is that you can't just focus on what other people, you know, want or need, or what other people's psychology in life is. Like, you got to really focus on what yours is and what you're creating, and make sure that the people you're merging with in life right now are bringing that to the table with you and be able to have those talks and be able to know really what your truth is, even though it might, with information that presents itself this week, it might change. I mean, I think that you're going to have to realize that whatever's showing up to scare you this week is trying to show you where really you don't need to focus on anymore, and you can build more beautiful, more valuable areas in another place. And are you able to kind of shift that belief and come to this new beginning of what can expand for you and realize that you have a lot of empowerment here to do such a thing? And it's T-square Saturn in your 11th house. So, there is these like radical uncharted territories that you kind of have to be willing to try out and see, experiment. You have to kind of step up to get more connection with people in your life, and it's better connection, it's full connection. And I think also, that might be part of the fear is like, oh, well, they're not going to want to connect to me if I'm in my truth, or if I say this. Like, no, you definitely want to have those conversations and be willing to start new chapters, new stories here with this energy coming into your first. And Mars for you is your ruling planet, and that's in the 12th, and it's going to meet with Neptune, and it's making good aspects to the nodes and even this lunar eclipse. So, you have to realize where you're over-identifying with things in life that are taking you backwards and into, maybe it's fear, maybe it's, going and putting all your cards in destruction when you should be putting more of your cards in the exploration of the new and what's actually fertile and what's actually growing in your life, and really focus, that intent there, and to not feel like you have some diluted identification right now. You have an amplified identification, and your soul knows what that desire is, and you just have to trust it and make sure that you're linking up with people that are not dragging you into an abyss, but helping empower you to be in your truth and to make changes and to live a life of value.
Very, very well put, Brian.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, Jupiter is great. Aries is the bomb. We all know that. But yeah, when Jupiter, Venus here, and with the lunar eclipse in the 8th, it's trust issues. It's also getting all weird about your internal dark shit and learning to release that and be a beautiful flower. I know that's hard, Aries. You want to go to war? Go to war. You want to try and get all upset and dark and angry and jealous and envious and weird and project with all the Pisces energy still and Mars and Neptune? Have it your way. Scorpio. Scorpios. What is going on with Scorpios?
What do you think?
This is going to be well, I would say that this would be the big last test, right?
This is
I
it.
mean, there's going to be some more tests, of course, because the South Node's here for at least another year. So, but with this square Saturn in their emotional house,
the question
it's
is
the real test if they're emotionally ready to do the relationship thing or not.
Are you ready to buy the dip?
Oh, I am 100% still. No matter how many people that I care about that are friends of mine will say that they've got it figured out. Now that Mercury went retrograde in their 8th, now that fucking a lunar eclipse is coming in their side with the South Node, I know what that was. The last time the lunar eclipse in Leo happened with the South Node, my whole life got wrecked. Fucking shipwrecked. Made fucking Johnny Depp's case fucking look like nada. I was like, what? I thought I knew it all. I thought I had the confidence of the world. I knew what I was doing. And so, yeah, I'm not buying no dip. I'm watching this thing just get taken off the exchange.
Oh, delisted.
Delisted. I'm ready to watch Scorpios just be delisted off the love plane.
Damn.
Too afraid to really be honest emotionally, change their home life, their foundation, really look at their true desires and be honest.
You're asking a lot.
Well, I mean, it's like the sign about commitment's afraid of commitment. Like,
I know.
Wow, that's a really easy bet for me to make. So, we'll see though. Maybe the universe will surprise me right now. All right, Scorpio, let's see what's going on. One more flush for you. It's a big one this week. It's a big one. Hey, put it this way. I wouldn't want to be you. Because it's been a long time. It's been a long time since the South Node and a lunar eclipse happened in Leo. So
I had one recently in Capricorn.
Hey, and I'm sure it
We all
rattled
get
your
through. We
world. It brings you to the
survived.
right place. It just
I learned so much.
I learned so much. I learned that the MAGA movement, the extreme movement, was something I never believed would happen.
I'll say that when I had that, I learned that I knew nothing.
Oh, think about Joe Biden today trying to say that inflation is all these things but himself, or that he has no control over it, and that it wasn't him. Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
I was sitting in my basement. Wasn't me. With my son named Hunty. Wasn't me. We were playing in Ukraine. Wasn't me.
They even caught him on camera.
Yeah. Oh, God. Sniffing everyone's hair.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me. It was Obama.
It was definitely Trump.
When I was out in Kenya. All right. On a safari. That's when I met Obama's uncle. Who voted for Trump. Okay. So, Scorpios. Just watch Joe Biden this week, and that's who you are this week. Are you going to make the change? Or are you that confident that you've got it all under control?
Godspeed.
Oh, okay. Let's see what's going on. I'm actually looking forward to this one the most out of all of them.
Yeah, I am too.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Damn, I flushed the shit out of this deck, too. Looks like you're going to be... Who else got this? Fucking Libras, I think.
Yeah.
Well, things aren't looking all like paradise, are they, Scorpio? You kind of like it that way, though. Ooh. Ay, 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 ay. Okay. You can't... Okay, there's a couple things here. Either A, you're trying to impress people and it's too much by trying to do something because of what you think others will like and it's not working, or you hate the friends of the person that you're trying to date or that you're with, or you don't want to be around people, or you're around some crazy ass party people that are taking you down the wrong road. That Three of Cups reverse is not a good thing, dealing with people in society and party and all that kind of shit. And it's too much weight, or trying to impress people. I don't know. Ooh, Lovers reversed. Yeah, the weight is too much for you to try to carry, it feels like right now, to do love, or you're doing love in the wrong direction of what you really don't want to do. What's up with all these weird people? Ooh. When you finally can cut off the bad, retarded, druggy party, or just worrying about what everybody's gonna do next, or I'm gonna be honest with you, this is you trying to find it socially. It's not happening. The ultimate road for you is, I think, trying to find happiness, right? And I think there's a lot of this where it's like, where's the true happiness for you? It's not in this, whether you're trying to escape into party or whether you're trying to escape to proving to others what you could do, because it's leaving at the top of this, remember, is this very unhappy place. At least there's this glimmer of hope here. What's this glimmer of hope here for the ultimate here? Well, it's something that honestly, you're going to have to put some effort in. I feel like you're not putting enough effort in. What is coming up? Well, you pulled the World card with the Four Swords reversed. I feel like there's a completion that you're at this moment where you're not feeling at home, you're not feeling where you want to be. Could be with a relationship or a love situation, or it could be the lack of one, or you could be dealing with somebody where home is the issue. You know, I mean, it could also be, I don't know. This is gonna be a weird reading because I'm gonna have to kind of dissect this one a little bit here. God, could you get a much more boring fucking card for love? You're too focused on fucking the same shit that you always do, and it's not changing shit. You're not putting enough effort. I'm going to put this golden glimmer of hope here that you're not really going for this, are you? Not fully. It's almost like the show. You're putting on a good show, but you know, drive for the show and you got to putt for the dough. You ain't putting. You're missing every putt. What's up with this completion of with this Lover's card and this Four Swords here reversed, and with this Ten of Wands? This feels like something that's just too heavy, whether it's relationships itself and love itself, or a lover that you're dealing with. High Priestess. Wow, you want to hide. Again, that's the show. That's the hiding. Although you intuitively know what the fuck's going on, but I think that you know that there's a completion here, but I feel like you're too afraid to showcase it about what needs to come to its conclusion here. Something really fast, change of course, something that needs, you know, there's the tower in the background starting to burn down. Before the tower burns down, it's the Knight of Swords that at least rushes there to try and figure out the problem. There's a problem that needs to be figured out really fast, or something that is stimulating you that you need to go to here. But there's like an avoidance of that. Wow. I mean, everything keeps going to this, like, it's like you got to like go into, it's like, I don't know why it almost feels like a let the whole entire thing fall to the most, and let the universe take you to the most beautiful place. And I think you do know where that is, and I think that's what's making you sad, is I think that you're trying so hard to, it shouldn't be this like really big work thing and this really big effort, but I don't think you're trying hard enough, at least, to go to the beautiful, just easy, beautiful place. It's almost like, I don't know, you're taking this like as work, you're hanging around a lot of weird people, or you're trying to impress people in a weird way, or you're taking advice from people too much instead of looking at yourself. Oh no, these are a lot of values that you just won't let go of, like, that need to end. Like, there's just things that you're holding on to that need to end, and it's way too much weight. And it could be definitely, if you're dealing with somebody that you've been dealing with, it is. It's like you can't even be honest with yourself. Wheel of Fortune. It's time to fucking let the fucking wheel turn where it's supposed to turn, and you're not allowing that to happen, especially with that Four of Pentacles there. Like, nope, I'm just going to keep it the way it is. But it's like, it's too much to carry. What's the spiritual advice? Starting fresh. Everything, look at everything that I'm throwing up into this corner. It's like new, fresh start, clearing bad energy, clearing the air. I'm going to throw this as in the dirty. Like, this is just like the website, the dirty, you know what I mean? Like, shit. Too afraid to walk away. Or I'm going to ask, this might sound crazy, but is Scorpio trying to maybe look back at somebody that they walked away from in the past? Yep. That's Three of Wands, Eight of Cups reversed, is looking back at something that's already been seen. Is Scorpio hiding? Justice. I don't think that they're being malicious. I just think that they're weighing their options out of somebody from the past. Oh yeah, that's an old pattern that has not ended, or something that has not fully ended, or something that they can't let go of. Ooh, something that it feels a little bit more natural to them. Is this connected to here? Oh, yes, it is. Look at that 8 of Wands. Okay, I'm starting to get this story now. What's this outcome? And I'll just drop the bombs. So, Scorpio, you're looking at other places, and at this point, you're like, I don't care. I want to see there. But at the same time, I don't know if there really is anything there. But I think that's why you're looking, because they don't know. I mean, this is showing Knight of Pentacles reversed. Like, I don't even think they know. I don't even think they know that you're looking over there. But I feel like you feel like the arrows would point you to the place where you want to go. But I also feel like there's nothing, like I almost feel like nobody knows. Could be hiding it. I don't know why that Justice card, and you're like maybe justifying it. I don't know. But this is fucking weird. You know, King of Pentacles reversed. I almost feel like you're not giving it a lot of weight though. But it's kind of like a How are Scorpios going to get to this place overall? Devil reversed. You're ever going to leave the dark, wherever that is, or where you're feeling stuck, and it's like so much work, and it's not making you happy. And we'll just keep it simple there. I think that you're looking in all these other areas, but especially from past lovers and shit, but it's not working. There's nothing there, or you don't even know what's there. So I don't think that you've actually like looked yet, but you've kind of thought about it. But what is that road to get there? Yeah, well, making an offer, but I also feel like taking an offer, but also going where you know is the best for you. I feel like you're having to remove yourself out of a place that you need to go. It's weird that you're too afraid to walk away, but you know you have to. From what's just so heavy. I mean, you've got this heavy energy that's just making you unhappy, and there's a lot of intense, heavy emotions here, and you're trying to work your ass off. And I'm sorry to say, it shouldn't feel like that. I'm just going to pick a card, whoever they're thinking about, that feels to them like the ultimate. Oh, they don't even... The only way that's going to work is if you're willing to make home with them, move with them, make a house, but they don't even know, or the person that you're living with, something's off. What's this eclipse going to be about? Picking the best position that you can. Well, we're going to go real dark. I think that the outcomes are hard to define right now. This is what came up. Fated to suffer.
Damn.
Regrets. Gilded regrets. I think the honest truth is you're feeling like you're having a change of heart this week because you know it's just not working. You're feeling regret of what you could have, and you don't want to live a fake life and a fake happiness. And I'll top that off with a vampire one. Primal. You're not getting the intimacy and the depth and the passion that you want. And you deny yourself of this too. And there's a whole new road. And it's going to be feeling like everything's it's going to feel like you got to leave it all to get to this happy place. I'll give you one more confirmation card there. Yep. You got to be a cold-hearted bitch or dude or whatever and say, fuck, this is what I got to do to get where I need to go, and have the confidence and see that. The lie cannot live no more, Scorpio. Aquarius, Neptune, second house. Yeah. I think that you have tried everything to try and logically and scientifically and tried to come up with every alchemical reason to hold on to something in the most weirdest way, and that's not love. That is just friendship. I feel like you're more in love with a friend than you are in love with a lover. Back to you.
Damn. All right, Scorpio, I'm going to help you out here. I'm gonna help you out here, Scorpio. You need to do everything that you thought you knew, or thought you were, or thought the relationship was, the complete opposite of the way that you've been doing it, the way you thought you needed to do it. It's the opposite. It's not what you thought. And that's going to help you balance things out. This eclipse in your first is going to be pretty hard on you, like especially like your own like sense of direction, because you're going to feel like I've never gone in this direction before, and it's going to bring up a lot of fear. Mercury's going retrograde in your 8th. You need to be able to investigate those fears of making a change to transform your life and to go the complete opposite direction. Remember, the 7th house is the complete opposite of your first house. And that's where the North Node is. That's where the Sun is. Uranus is even there. It's the most unconventional route that's so far away from the way you've been doing it, that's going to transform everything. You're going to want to go there. And the easier you can let go of that and be okay with it and like accept that your way isn't the powerful route, it's going to open up for you. And even Jupiter and Venus coming into your 6th house, well, Venus has been there, but Jupiter coming into your 6th here of Aries is another point that's saying big change needs to be made in your reality. Big cleanup. Big cleanup on Scorpio, aisle 9, to get a more pure reality, more pure relationships, more balanced, more love, more connected. And with the T-square to Saturn in your 4th house, it literally is another complete upheaval. You need to build a new foundation from the ground up, and it's a way you've never done it before, and it's completely weird and foreign to you. And that's my advice. Do it different. If you keep doing it the same way, you're going to come into more conflict, and it's going to make you feel very insecure, very stuck. You're not going to feel supported. So switch things up, and the support will come, and it'll teach you the emotional maturity you need to let go of things and to go into something more beautiful and more aligned with where your future's going and where your transformation is going overall.
Yeah, and you can't run home back to mommy and daddy. That never works with Saturn in the 4th. I'm sorry to say, Saturn is not going back home to mommy and daddy. It always goes worse.
Yeah,
and
that's not going to do it.
What I saw about that other person, it was like, and don't try and run back to some comfortable ex that was in the past or hope they'll take you in. That's not going to work. And that's probably, you could even be doing that right now. You could even be watching this and being like, oh my God, I just said I was going to go see this person from the past, just to like hopefully like reset my life, because this other thing, it's too heavy for me, but that other thing's just as fucking heavy. You have to go to where you know is the most beautiful place, but it's going to feel odd and different, and like you're going to have to like clean up your whole life and kind of be naked and accept this beautiful, beautiful place, which for you is like, oh my God, it's beautiful. It's like, yes, you get to bring the shadows and the purples and the dark sheets and the dark everything to it. Just fucking go in there. It's like a fresh fucking beautiful world that you get to taint with haunted energy and ghosts. How exciting. But no, you want to go back to old fucking places where you already know where all the cobwebs are and all that shit. Like, come on. And you can't run home to mommy and daddy. That's not going to work. Leo. Leos.
All right. Leo.
Ugh. I think Leo is trying to understand what the fuck work, personal, relationship life even looks like. Jupiter. I was going to say, well, I guess we're on Leo now, but I was about to say with Scorpios, their Jupiter in the 6th is reality check, motherfuckers. Sober. But, you know, with Leo, there's so much to be had here, Leo. There's so many opportunities in life, and any story can be created for you right now, Leo, especially if you're a double Leo. Anything could happen. So, I think the good news here is being open and only knowing, you know, what's the best for your long term, finding people who truly understand that, but also who understand what you need in your personal life. And you know what? I've had to think about this in myself since I'm a double Leo. Leo rising, Leo sun, Leo Venus, Leo Mercury, back. You know, this is king life, queen life, right? Like the castle is an important place. And it's the place that we put our energy fully into in our personal life, and we keep our personal life personal. And not everybody needs to know about it because people judge us off our public life. So, you know, people always want to know what's really happening underneath. Who gives a fuck? You know, I feel like this is about finding, you know, a big moment in your life where you get to create the story that you want that really feels like it's part of this big destiny. This is the sun, the north node meeting. This is a lunar eclipse, letting go of emotions of things that don't want to be with you, things that don't want to be on the journey with you, and anything and anybody that isn't fully all down to be part of the kingdom. It's not about off with their heads. It's just about wish them the best and know that your adventure is way sicker than theirs, and they can have fun on the most boring ride in the universe because they're missing out with you. And whoever really sees the truth and that you see it in the same light and that you feel in the same way, this is where you start to see who can really be part of the kingdom for the journey. So, and I know it's not for every sign, but for, you know, Aquarius is the 7th house for Leo. Guess what? You know, like whoever comes into Leo's life fits like a glove. And unfortunately, Leos don't go fit like a glove to others. I'm sorry to say. It's just not the way we're built. You don't go fit with the sun. You'll get burned. So, let's see what the sun lets you in. Right? If you're a big Jesus person, the sun is the only one that lets you into heaven, my son. All right, here. Let's see what's going on. King, Knight of Wands. All right, Leo. Leo's ready to have a good time and have fun. Definitely this Jupiter in Aries is definitely popping the fun adventure in life. Got the balloons out. Knight of Cups. 2 Wands. Look at that. Leos are emotionally, hey, what's up? I'm open for service. I'm open for love and happiness. It's a knight. It's definitely very youthful and very, you know, wanting to have fun. And that 2 of Wands, what world? Again, what kind of life? So Leo, you're open, but you're also open to many different kind of situations here. What is the best one? 9 of Pentacles. I mean, I think that you're open emotionally, but you also know your value and you also know that you're the shit. So, I mean, you're not afraid to stay single, or you're not afraid to keep owning what you need to own in yourself here to have the life that you want to be happy. And honestly, this is also like, if you're not attracted to things, don't even waste your time. Don't open your doors emotionally to things you're not fully attracted to. 2 of Wands, Tower reversed. Well, I think that you're not even afraid at any doorway right now for you. I feel like you're just like, I don't think that there's a stigma around it, or I don't think that you're afraid of anything right now that's going to come crashing down. Judgment reversed. Well, if it doesn't have this higher calling to it, you're not going to open it up. So I got a feeling like anybody who doesn't really feel like a big calling to you, you're not going to open anything up to right now. So I don't know. This is definitely feeling like maybe it's hard to find that higher calling. Is it? No. Two of Cups. Or you know what? You might be having a dilemma where you're finding somebody or you're dealing with somebody that you feel like is great, but you don't feel like they're on their higher calling. Yeah, the belief system is a big deal. How committed they are to the spiritual work. That's kind of interesting. What's up over here with this Tower reverse? Fucking Knight of Pentacles. I feel like this is Leo just like ready to move into what's going to feel real. Ten of Cups reverse though. Not ready for the long journey yet. I think that you're, of course, I'm speaking as a Leo to Leos, like, we don't know if it's a long journey unless we see all the goods first and all the excitement and all the love and all the happiness first. Then we go. We don't promise the world until you show us that it's all there. So these are all like first step, second step, third step, not final step stuff. Yeah, Three of Wands reversed. Yeah, it's, you know what, you only open that door to the long term when, you know what, you're not wanting to look at other worlds and other things in life, you know, or if you feel like somebody else is. Maybe, do you feel like, oh, the moon here. Yeah, emotions for you are definitely difficult to read on other people. I'm dropping cards like crazy. What's going on here with this moon card here for Leo? I feel like you're a little bit torn right now because I feel like there's so many options in life of your journey. Not so much about people, but just of your journey. It's trying to find the right world and the right thing. And there's always amazing matches that you can find, but are they really on the spiritual journey or on the higher mission? Because if you're not on that higher mission, it's not worth it. So it's like getting all excited and realizing, oh, they're really not on the mission and they don't see it. And knowing your value and knowing your worth. Or they don't have self-worth and that's not going to be good. But there's definitely some Two of Cups here and Hierophant, somebody that you believe in. What's this moon card though about? Eight of Cups. Yeah, it's like, you know what? I think that for you, the emotion has been that you've let go of the past, you've walked away. And so you're really open now. And I think that you don't know where you're going as far as the long term. And I feel like maybe you're not even believing there is long term. You're just like looking to just try and find the excitement that finally cracks open the door here for you to that long term. What's your spiritual advice? World card reversed. Yeah, you need to, whatever is from the past, you got to end. And, you know, I don't know. The world card is whatever is not been closed or anything that's kind of sitting in limbo has to be figured out. Eight of Pentacles reversed. Well, this is going to be easy. I mean, anything that really honestly has no idea what it's creating or building or even knows its talent or skill or is sitting there and just like help, like needing help all the time to figure out how to even create or manifest. It's just not the world you want to go in. This is about avoiding worlds of energy that doesn't know where it's going or know what it's doing and that is stuck. Oh, don't be trying to rescue a fucking person and bring them into the castle and find victory through that. You'll find victory through avoiding those worlds right now. Yep. Don't put any energy into it. Don't put any, you know what? You need to be really, Leo, I would say if you're on this great new adventure, you're only taking fucking first class fucking passengers only. What's the outcome here? Death card reversed. A lot of things that need to end that haven't, or energy that honestly isn't all in. Don't waste your time. I just said don't waste. Don't put your investment into any of that. You got a Queen of Wands here. So there's definitely, you know, a lot of positive aspects happening here. I think this is about really just being careful about what you're choosing here. King of Swords being, you know what, you might have to be kind of a hardcore dickhead because you know clearly what you want and what you don't want. And, you know, I think that that's going to be the way it is. What are you going to be dealing with from people? Hermits. Oh, man. I think that's the number one most, yep, 4 Wands. Anybody that's a hermit and that won't come out and that won't be part of life, get the fuck away from them. They're not your partner. They're not your marriage partner. This is your 10th house. This is your time. Your Leos are famous. They're stars. This is stop dealing with people that you're trying to make stars. That's my number one problem is every fucking ex I've made a star. So, you know, it's like, stop making stars. That's what this is saying. Stop making stars. Stop rescuing the hoe or the fucking scrubs. Stop fucking, it's just time to find people who fucking got it already. Because the only thing that keeps you building stars, Leo, is this hermit. When I asked who's coming, what kind of people you do, people who just like hermit in their worlds. And then, you know what? It makes you kind of chase after them because the king has nothing better else to do but to get on the horse. And if I can go ride over and trying to get the, you know, it's exciting for a Leo to try and get somebody to find love. What a horrible ending that always turns out to be, right? Outcome overall, the Lovers. What's the sign of the true lovers here? Well, somebody that's very clear and sees exactly the same way that you do is what I was saying. So I think that this is about avoiding losers. We'll call from Avalon. Operator. Yeah, can you connect me with Camelot, please? I need to speak with everybody there. Merlin, Lady Lake. This is Lancelot. Patching you through. Thank you for calling Camelot. Let me place you on hold for 1 second. May I ask who's calling, please? This is Merlin's assistant. Yes, this is the Leo King past life Lancelot. Oh, hey, yeah, hold on 1 second. Well, Nimue showed up. Respect, opportunity, confidence, and self-esteem. Well, Leo, we know about that. We know about, you know the magic that you are and what fucking, you need to respect yourself and not take a fucking loser in or take somebody who fucking won't show up or isn't a star or a fucking hermit who doesn't show up. And fucking don't marry some fucking dumbass that doesn't want to show up and always hide. The holy thorn, the sacred place. You know where that sacred place is, where you can have that 4th house that's changing, where you can find that emotional, you know, personal life that you can go do the big things in life. This is not where you have to go do all the work and they just take everything and go wherever they want to take the kingdom and then take over the kingdom if they want, and you just fucking get everything screwed over at the end. Camelot itself. I just phoned Camelot, by the way, and they're telling Leos, you know who you are in your fucking power. You know where that holy sacred place is, and you only take those worthy enough to go on the magical journey of doing the light work of Camelot, period. Don't fuck with some stupid ass shit that just is so afraid and playing every excuse and too afraid to be a magical fucking being, don't even waste your time. Ceres, 7th house, Aquarius. Well, it's definitely time for you to build connection with what's actually a real connection in life, and also only build with those that want to connect and not want to do things digitally or that are isolated from you or far away. You can't create or build anything from that kind of place. Back to you.
All right, Leo. Well. Mercury retrograde in your 11th house is having you reevaluate people in your life, but it's also having you, kind of reinvent relationships and people and tribal energy in your life, and also get back to your own individuality. Remember that you have to be courageous to be that group of one. I think the lunar eclipse in your 4th is a big emotional kind of gut check, in your personal life, in your home life, about people, about relationships. Saturn is in your 7th house in this T-square. So in a lot of ways, with so much people and so much emotional aspects, this is about you being the judge and the jury with Saturn in your 7th, about the people that are on the mission with you. Sun, Uranus, North Node in the 10th house. Just like that reading said, it's very important for you to pick the people for your kingdom wisely. And that's the Gemini 11th house, right? David talks about it all the time. It's the royal court. Mercury's retrograde in there. What's up with your royal court? What's up with your relationships?
They better be exciting.
They better be exciting. They better be trying to reinvent life in a positive way that's going towards the goals that you want to commit yourself to. And you might have to rebuild. That's kind of what this 4th house energy is too. Where is it solid? Where is it not? Is the foundation strong? Is it built on brick, or is it built out of mud? With these people in your life, you're going to find out now. And I don't know, Jupiter and Venus are in your 9th house. I mean, talk about expanding this story and your powerful vision about where things can go. What's out there? There's a lot out there. There's a lot for you to achieve, a lot for you to accomplish. As long as you have the right people in your court, the right relationships, and the right foundation, there's so much that's possible. You can have it all, Leo. This is the time where Leo can really take it all, but there's so much in opposition, there's so much in square, that it becomes this time of big decisions about who's the rock. You're the sun, but who supports that rock, who supports that light, and who's trying to see what the story can bring to that, who's adding to the story in a positive, beneficial way, and who's not. And this is where you're the judge and the jury for that. So it might be heavy emotions, it might be kind of dark, but that's because you're seeing the truth about the people that are in your life right now. And are they going into the future? Are they expanding? And are they worth dedicating to? You'll know this week.
The royal court is everything, and it's Gemini. You know what? I was racing all weekend out in the sunshine. My fucking face is sunburned, jumping the waves, having a fucking great time. If I were to have a girlfriend and she was to be a fucking little hermit and never go out and never fucking want to go live a fucking adventure and complain and sit and watch the fucking amazing, beautiful world there is, and fucking just sit and just sit in their fucking loser life, bye-bye. Royal courts are Gemini for Leos. It's exciting, fun, people that are willing to fucking be curious and exciting, and Taurus building the fucking best fucking kingdom and destiny of all time. Anybody who's not just go have fun with your fucking little fucking weird life. Cancers.
Canker.
I relate with Cancer. I feel like Cancer feels the same way. Cancers like to be out in the sun and living their life, and
the queen of the zodiac.
They're the queen of the zodiac. Maybe I need to find a Cancer. All right, Cancers. Time to although for them it's so funny, they have to let go of these really weird love scenarios that they're in and go to the new world, and that's hard. You've invested too much into a love that's just not paying off at all. You think the stock market's bad? You're in negative yields and negative everything, and the banks are calling to seize all your assets emotionally for the love that you've invested in that's not returning the amazing world you want to be in. And Jupiter's now in your 10th. You got to make big girl and big boy decisions now. You got to go to where you need to go. Whatever happened 12 years ago is a sign. So, it was I did this. I realized this morning. Jupiter moving into Aries 12 years ago was big relationship for me. And Jupiter in Aries, the time prior to that was when I got into my first romantic relationship in high school.
Oh my God. What does that mean?
I don't know. Every time Jupiter crosses into Pisces and Aries, I find like my big bae, my fucking baby, my fucking gangster fucking ride or die. So, of course, they didn't work out, but...
Well, time for the next
now
cycle.
that my Jupiter has progressed direct in my 5th.
Ooh, Lord of the 5th.
Right?
This is a whole different ball game.
That I'm like, this is going to be the one, whatever shows up. So anyway, so Cancer, think about that kind of shit. What happened in 2010 for you? What happened in 1998 for you? All right. Lost my virginity too.
Dang.
Lost my virginity in 98. Literally. Woo! I think Bill Clinton was being impeached. 2 Leos getting it on in the Oval fucking Oval Office with the fucking
good
cigar.
year for sex.
I was getting it on the fucking my first girlfriend's bedroom. All right. Cancer, let's see what's going on. Hierophant reversed here. Oh, man. Not believing in the story no more, are you? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Not believing and not willing to even figure it out anymore and not willing to put in the effort anymore. Too afraid of game over, though. I don't know. What's the deal? Oh, wow. Lovers reversed. Hangman reversed. Wow. This is. I know I keep saying this is it for Cancer, but it's like it's been the affirmation that's like, hello, confirmation here. Shit's not working. Oh yeah, moon card. Fuck. This is your hidden emotion shit about what is just terribly not working, and you are out of options. But your only option is out. I know that sounds fucking crazy, but let's find out. What's up with that love? Oh wow, you were with somebody that is holding you back so bad. I'll be nice and say they're not dark, but there is a darkness to them. They're controlling. They are not. They're holding you back. They're sucking you dry. You need to watch your health. Are they taking your health with you? Are they taking your soul? Are they? I mean, like, this is fucking gnarly. Ooh my God! Look at how much weight they are. They're a big sumo just sitting on top of you. It's just too much to hold on to. What are you doing? Why are you trying to mom them? Oh, Page of Wands reverse. You're not even excited about them, and you're too afraid to even expose that to the world or even to them. Are you afraid of repercussions? Ooh, Queen of Pentacles. You need to know your worth. Maybe you're afraid of losing money or something. It's quite the opposite. You'll be gaining a lot more, and you'll be getting a lot more happiness in your life. Wow, yeah, you need to be confident, and you need to be more than a cold-hearted bitch or dick. You need to be like the dick, the fucking cold-hard bitch, like of all time. And be very clear now. It's time to end your suffering. Big time. Because if you don't, you're missing your calling. You are in relationships that are just taking away from your calling, and they have convinced you that you're in your calling in some sort of weird fucking way. Because you created some crazy belief that they are. Ooh. I don't know how much more clear this reading could be. This thing is just not fucking piecing together well. It is actually making you fall apart. That's why I brought up your health. That's why I brought up even your value. Oh. What's the spiritual advice for this?
Blow it up.
I'm sorry, Tao. I'm sorry, Cancer. The spiritual advice is the Tower over the Lover reversed, over the Ten of fucking Wands, over the Devil. Fucking come on. Bad news bears. Oh, but you just keep thinking about it in your head. The spiritual advice is to make a decision. Choose the Devil and the horrible tower that will fall. Or choose this exit route where you can hit your fucking true fucking... Stop judging yourself, too, about what's true. Like, but don't miss your calling. You got the oh shit Five of Pentacles. That's the wounded fucking homeless fucking person. Maybe you're afraid of that shit. If anything, it's heading towards that direction. Wow. Stop trying to build and create and make shit happen with somebody who is just not fucking able to. I've been saying it for a long time. They've been trying and trying to show you, and they just, when's the end of that? Oh, Queen of Cups. Stop trying to mom them. Stop trying to think that you're going to get emotional support. You're not. What's the outcome? Eight of Wands. Well, I feel like the outcome, if you actually listen to this reading from Spirit, guess what? You're going to get the ultimate happiness that you want in your life. And a whole fresh new start that's exciting. The world reverse. I mean, it's going to be definitely a new world. I think that one that's definitely going to feel like you're kind of in between. But that's, you know... A whole new adventure. A whole new world. Shit. What's up with this person that you need to let go that is so hard for you to let go? Oh my God, Three of Cups. They're not even your friend. They talk shit behind your back and they're talking to other people. Yep. They could even be fucking one of your friends or talking to them. Oh man, don't let me get my fucking psychic shit going down. They're talking to your fucking friends, or they're stalking your friends, or they fucking really want, they're having sexual fantasies about your friends. They really want some of it. They want one of your friends, and that friend of yours isn't your friend. Or they don't let you build friendships either. Or they don't want you to be around your friends. Or they don't want you to be around a certain person. What's up with the new energy if you go there? Oh my God, King of Pentacles. You finally get all the happiness you want, the value you deserve, and somebody that actually is going to fucking support you in all ways. And that isn't going to leave you. And that you're not going to want to leave. And that you can go build something great with and be on the same page with. Last card. Seven of Cups reversed. Stop fucking sitting with something that's not the prize, and fucking you have so many gifts that are waiting for you, and honestly, I don't even I already know that you know what prize it is. I just feel like you're just too afraid to leave to get to the prize you really want. We're going to go with the Astro for this one. Cancer. Oh my God. You are in some deep fucking shit right now. This is triple red flags. Triple. When I asked on everything from, are they talking to your friends and shit? Friends popped up. And she's sucking the dick of a motherfucker. When I asked about whether or not this shit was good or not from this Lovers Reversed and this fucking thing that you were done fucking fighting over, it's the fucking devil with the 10 of wands on top of that, with the tower that was the spiritual advice of how to deal with it. I don't know how much more clear I could fucking get when I asked if you were to follow spirit, that you would have the ultimate happiness and love start to come your way in a whole new beginning, a world change, a fucking new adventure that's amazing in the world that you actually want. And then I asked that this new person's energy, what it would be, and it would be extremely supportive, affluent, self-worth, confident, fucking not leave you. You wouldn't want to leave and be able to build the things that you want in your life. I don't know what else to tell you here, Cancer. Oh! Oh, the one card in this whole fucking deck of astrology deck, fucking, and you got the 7,000 relationships and partnerships with the lunar eclipse card that have changed, which is happening in your 5th house of love. Mercury that's retrograding. Oh, in your 12th. You need to start fucking clearing up your fucking shit and stop thinking of all the crazy fucking shit that fucking I don't see it. You need to fucking be fucking wide the fuck awake right now, because you'll get your ass wrecked the more you keep fucking believing in this fucking crazy shit and start missing out on the ultimate Disneyland and the ultimate fucking destiny that you're going to miss out on by staying in this bullshit. You pulled the 10th house. Pisces, Moon. Oh, it's time for you to actually get to the spiritual calling of where you're spiritually being guided to go and to make big adult decisions and actually get to that place, instead of being in this fucking place where you keep drowning out your destiny by trying to fucking live in the false fucking emotional reality that's not getting you anywhere. Back to you.
Ooh.
Triple red flags.
Ooh. Cancer. Okay. Where do we go from there, Cancer? Well, I think it's important with the Mercury retrograde in your 12th to stop thinking and just let your intuition guide you. You know, you're going to get yourself all anxious, all tripped up. You got to take your mind kind of out of the equation, because it's already got you in a weird place to begin with, that you think that you can kind of play God and control the aspect of life right now that sucks. So
I thought I was being savage. You just took that away.
Oops. But seriously, this is a lunar eclipse in your 5th house. South node's in your 5th house though too. So you're literally operating on this belief of love with partners in life, with Pluto finishing up in your 7th house, that need a complete overhaul. You need to get back to what love is. You need to find out what your authentic route is and what's going to connect you to better people, what's going to take you on a magic spaceship ride to where you actually want to go. Saturn's in your 8th house. This is big fears about trust and commitment and emotional loyalty that you're not getting, that you got to like step up and like make the transformation to let go of all that, so that you can expand the story, so that you can change where you're trying to reinvent life right now. And you need to get really, back to your the own courage of yourself, to like know that you can stand as one if necessary for the time being. If you're in a bad situation, you got to get out. That was a heavy reading that you just got with those cards. And
it's only heavy if they're fucking playing God, right?
Don't let God steer the wheel. How about that? But when God gives you the directions with Venus and Jupiter in your 10th house, you need to step up and act. You need to take responsibility right now for the transformation of love, for where things can actually go into a new radical place that is actually more exciting and more magical than ever. But if you don't step up for that and kind of take that responsibility on yourself to listen to the signs and to not get yourself in some weird headspace, you're going to be trapped. This can feel like a really trapped place where you can feel like you're stuck in a terrible love situation, and the fears of like new love growing are some of like, you don't believe that like transformation can happen somewhere else. Like you have to stay in some situation that isn't supporting you, and you don't. So you need to let go. It's okay to be in moments of powerlessness. Through those, you find power and you find where you're actually going. And if you make the little decisions that make sense to your spirit, to your soul, you won't have to think about it as much. You'll just be able to execute, and you can execute for something great. And Jupiter and Venus are trying to, they want you to have that. You're destined for it, but it comes with these big decisions to learn what to let go of and what to actually commit to.
No such thing as single Cancer. The second they get out of the shit, Capricorn 7th house just opens up the fucking destiny of the right relationship. It's fucking crazy.
So true.
There's no such thing as a single Cancer. They act like Cancers like have like this 2 week like, I'm single, girls. Like, oh my God. And then swoop.
They're worse than Libras.
Worse than Libras. Cancers get swooped up just like, whoop. So I don't even know what they're like. They freak out about. It's like the second Cancers end the fucking horrible shit. Like the best shit opens up for them. Like, oh, like there's anytime I ever fucking was like, oh yeah, Cancer fucking like you're single. It's like, yeah, I'll talk to you in a week. And then, hey, I calling you up. How's it been? I'm in a relationship. Okay. Should have figured that one out. Run the last two. Taurus, and then Pisces is last. Happy birthday, Taurus. I just told even Brian last night, we got home so late Sunday night, and then Monday I was out of it, and it was Christopher Witecki's birthday on Monday, and I didn't even call him and wish him a happy birthday, and I'm having to do it here on the show, but happy birthday, Mr. Witecki. Love you, brother.
Happy birthday, Chris.
All right. We're going to use a different deck. The fuck was that? It was truth. I was thinking about Witecki all weekend. He's born with Sun Taurus, Moon Leo, and I'm born with Sun Leo, Moon Taurus, and it was that Taurus, Sun, Leo, Moon weekend. It's like my favorite combo. It only happens 5 days a year.
The prized bull.
Where you get that Leo, Taurus, Sun, Moon energy. You know what I mean? And best days of the year. 5 days a year. That's it. The rest of them all suck. So, Taurus, it's time for you to let go of your fears of relationships. Jesus Christ. Sorry, Lord. Here, just for you, Taurus. Fucking gee. Sorry, Lord. Your fears of relationships, I'm over it, Taurus. I'm over it. I think the whole world is. The whole world is. Or just staying distant in relationships, or finding ones that you feel are safe because you don't have to deal with fucking depth and connection and trying, control and beliefs. And this is a lunar eclipse teaching you to let go of your fears of relationships, or your over obsession with the wrong relationships that don't let you be yourself. It's like the ones that let you be yourself, you're the most terrified of. The ones that don't let you be yourself, that's the ones you go for the most. So fucking weird. I've never met a sign that fucking wants independence and wants its value to be met and picks the people that don't value it and try to control it. And then the ones that are willing to give you everything and honor you and treat you great, you're like, you don't try to control me. You don't give me any fucking dark shit. I don't trust you. That's got to end now, Taurus. Because this Saturn in Aquarius is saying you're not going to get shit with these stupid fucking people that you become addicted to that are fucking, I'm going to be honest with you. They create trauma because you fucking like the ones that fucking try to control you. And then the ones that are amazing for you, you push off. So you really think you're going to get far with Saturn in the 10th right now? You really think you're going to get your business rolling? Or just being cut off from people? Good luck. Now that Jupiter's in Aries, all of your self-undoing and all of your big fucking subconscious shit over the last 12 years is coming up. Big time. And I know that you have not wanting to deal with the last 10 years of 2010 through 2019, let's call it, because Uranus went back into Aries again, then stayed in Taurus in 2019. You're going back there. Of all the shit that happened. Because you didn't learn the lesson, did you, with Uranus? No, you didn't. You didn't learn it. Jupiter is about to remind you about all that shit there. So, it's time for you to fucking surrender your ego and how you think it all should be and forcing things that you can't force and holding back from the things that you really want and taking on the things that you don't want. It's so weird. The only sign that fucks it all up in the weirdest way is Taurus. I just don't understand them. It's very weird. Very weird. All right. Let's hope that this Jupiter finally clears all that shit for you, Taurus, and you're willing to fucking take on the most beautiful spiritual journey that gives you everything you want, or you're in control, or like Brian just told fucking all those Cancers, keep playing God. Ooh, Queen of Swords reverse. Maybe you really don't know everything, do you? Fucking, you can't keep coming off as a cold person. It's not going to work anymore. Full reversed. I think you feel really stupid about coming across really cold and you want to try and get your position as like being in the high position again. That's pretty not easy to do. It's pretty hard to be a cold person that does something really stupid and then expect to just get back to the top spot. So I think that you're trying to work back up in a situation that you've done really dumb or stupid. That Fool card reverse, especially with that Queen of Swords reverse, you said something or you were a certain way or you were really cold that it didn't work out. And you feel really dumb, and I mean, you're ready to put the effort and the valor in, which is a good thing. What happened here? Oh, wow, yeah, you were trying to control the world of somebody else. Wow, Lovers reverse. So you almost feel like, actually, I almost feel like you're in a place where you feel like you fucked up, and then you're willing to put the work in, but you don't believe it's going to happen. You don't think that there's any way to save the day or figure out a way to rescue the situation. It feels like it's too far past that point. We'll see if it really is. Well, at least the cycle's ended for you where I feel like you're done fucking things up. Well, maybe it's not all over. It doesn't feel like, it's too much to bear here. But there's definitely some issues that are going to be brought up. You learning to be more loving, positive, easygoing, chill, fun, youthful, love? That might make sense with the Queen of Swords that was in reverse now, saying stop being so cold and be a little bit more fun and easygoing and youthful and exciting and making lovely offers. Instead of coming across like a fucking salesman at the Wall Street Journal. Yeah, and I think that for you, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like whatever you've been dealing with, people have been realizing that it wasn't just you being cold. It was you being cold to try and hide something else. And I think that you need to become clean. You need to come clean in a positive way of what was really going on. Something else. It might not be that bad. It just is. People can feel energy. They can feel when shit's going on. You might be the one who thought that you were the one sensing something was off, but I'm here to tell you that you were way off. And you were projecting about something that you were trying to fucking hide. Oh, yeah. That's the only way you're going to get out of the sorrow. And especially, what about this person? oh yeah, they're willing to just go with the way that the fortune's going to go, and whether to see if you know how to let go and let the ride go. I love this version of it, Morgan Greer. They're just sitting there as kings at the top, knowing that life falls and turns, and they're not trying to control it. They know how the circle of life works. So at least they're looking at maybe fortune can happen. But I think the fortune is if you can stop being such a dumbass. Looks like you're ready for that. But I feel like you've really kind of, or you've made some really bad moves and picked some really dumb people and you're done with that. Yeah, I think that you fucked something up with somebody good, but yeah, I feel like that's what it is. And I also feel like at the same time that you were realizing that you keep choosing people not worth investing in, and then there was finally something that you could have invested in and you fucked it up. Is there communication? No. No. It's because, again, you're trying to talk, not love talk, not be sweet, not be nice. I mean, they have no idea. They don't feel like that you don't put off a real showing of yourself, like you put off a projector, and they can see through it. So it's your spiritual advice here. You need to let go of always having things be so perfect. I mean, I think a lot of it is, it's like, you need to stop trying to expect things to be perfect in the way that the environment feels and all that shit in your own life and other people's life. Like, it's like that whole, it's got to be this way. And once it's this way, then things will work. Like, that's just not how love works. Well, it's time for you to ride on your victory horse and show that how bad you want things in life, or just if you're single and maybe it's gone. I don't know. Is the person that you fucked things up with, is it going to work out? Outcome? Magician, I mean, there's definitely something magical that could definitely happen there. And especially, I don't know, they understand how the universe works completely. Look at that. Magician, Wheel of Fortune. So, if you could start to show that in your life and start to show some humble energy, especially about learning to showcase who you really are in your heart space, I think you got a shot there. You got to stop putting the brakes always on so much, and you got to get out into the world. The Chariot to me is a lot more than just moving forward. It's not living your life in the divine. So you can't be victorious if you're not willing to really live your life kind of on the edge of going where the universe is telling you to go when it's telling you to go. That's your problem, is you always sit and stop. So the advice is stop stopping. It's like, you know what this is? This is you going up. I'm ready to go. No, I'm up. Nope. No, up. No. No. You got to take your walls, defenses down, and stop having so many expectations. The wounded person that's got all the walls up, and this person fucked me over, and this person. It's just like, relax for a second and realize that people are people, and you have to know how to communicate with them, and you have to know how to come across a certain way, and not hold so many expectations on people. This just flew out. World card. You need to understand the world, like I was just saying. I don't know. This is either going to come to its completion and a new beginning, or it's over. It all depends on how you deal with it. Your outcomes. You need to understand what you really want and pick your prize instead of having too many. You know what I think your hidden thing is that you just have all your options always open. You're fucking too afraid of commitment because you're too afraid of it coming to an end. Everything will come to an end that you commit to in life. And that's something that you need to remind yourself. But you haven't let it go either. And, you need to learn how to express your emotions better. Coming across and just talking did not work. Did not work. Justice card, being fair. You need to be fair and you need to be just. But you also don't want to come off like a judge, you know? Like, you have to like understand the balance of the universe here. And you need to be on the same page of how much you put in and they put in. You can't also be like needing to be rescued or, or talk about your money issues or this is understanding the balance in a very extreme way. And, I think admitting your heartbreak is a good step, and admit and owning it too, instead of trying to always push it away and push it on to the next person. I think that's what the issue is. Yep, that's your big thing, is that you just keep pushing your heartbreak onto the next person and having the fear of it coming, instead of owning the heartbreaks when they happen and throwing them in the trash and going through them and then moving on. It's like you need to put all your heartbreaks and fucking throw them away and stop being afraid of heartbreak all the time. That's why it always keeps happening. Final card there, fucking stop fucking, there's nothing, you're not a wounded person. The wounded person is not attractive. Sorry to say. Sacral chakra oracle deck. You got orgasm, so was there sex issues, or are you weird about sex stuff? It's time for you to fucking open up the flower power. Time for you to open up your emotional stuff. But look at you got the boundaries card there. That's the problem. You have a sexual issue here going on, and how you get weird about that afterwards and all that kind of shit. Like, you need to stop getting so weird about shit. Look at that. Look at what's on the other side of that boundary line flowers. Like you're like looking at the other side, and you always jump back on the other side of the fence. And you got the energy exchange. So, it's just like, you want to have a good energy exchange. You can't keep, look at what's in between that, the boundaries. Like orgasm, great energy exchange. And then there you are. Whoa, bam. Trust it, do that, and da da da. You were inside me, so now you're mine. Oh, God. And fear of judgment for that. Well, anybody in the world has the right to judge that. So stop doing that, and you'll have no fear of judgment. Cancer, 9th house, Sun. Your emotional beliefs is your number one thing to pay attention to. Maybe you should be more hopeful about emotion and be more positive, instead of having all these crazy kind of almost religious like beliefs about how people should be with their emotions with you. Back to you.
All right, Taurus, happy birthday. Mercury retrograde in your 2nd house here. So this is you re-evaluating, re-understanding your self-worth and value. That's going to go a long way, actually, into all this relationship stuff with the lunar eclipse in your 7th house with the South Node. So there's a lot of rebalancing and a lot of emotion and fears and controlling and all that stuff that's coming up here that was in that reading for you, that you're going to have to be the judge for, and you're going to have to know your self-worth and your value and how to express that and communicate that so that you can balance these things out. So that relationships have maybe the intensity and the passion that you're looking for, but maybe they're not all about the controlling, or maybe you're not controlling. You got to kind of figure out where they can go there. And remember that Sun and Uranus and the North Node are in your 1st house, and that this is a time for you to take your power back. This is a time for you to start where you're going, trailblaze. And the big thing too is Saturn in the 10th house of Aquarius, T-square, that lunar eclipse, because this is really where you get to make the big calls here. You got to step up to the plate. You got to be the grown up. You got to be the adult. You got to make the big choices in your life. And they're not always easy ones. And especially this one, because when it comes to love and relationships with this eclipse for you and Saturn here, it's not going to be the fun decision. It's going to be, okay, I have to be kind of cold and honest and blunt about what I want for myself and where my values are at. And if they're not being met, you got to drop the gamble and make the call. And with Jupiter and Venus in your 12th, and especially Jupiter coming into your 12th house, oh yeah, that's hard. Jupiter in the 12th is a very hard transit. It doesn't bring you gifts. It brings you all the subconscious shit that you need to work through. And it shows you where you need to let go. So there's a lot of learning to let go here so that you can expand and grow more. And if you aren't going to pay attention to the signs and you're going to think that you know it all, if it's not based around your self-worth and your value, you don't know. That's probably the one thing that you're learning right now more than anything is your direction, your identity, your self-worth and value, and how to push there. And everything else, you kind of have to learn that it's ending. Things end in life, and that's okay. And I think the more comfortable you can be with things ending, you can be more happy with the things that are beginning and transforming in your life. But it's definitely big decisions around relationships. So it's a big eclipse for you. I think it can be good, though. It's your birthday. It can be a very empowering time because you're not going to be stuck in controlling situations that you don't want to be a part of anymore or that are keeping you out of your own spiritual alignment. That's where Jupiter's big in the 12th, too. The shit in your life that isn't spiritually aligned with you, it becomes very apparent, and you're going to listen to that sign and do the thing that God's telling you to do. Or like David said, and like I said earlier with Cancer, are you going to try and play God when the writing's all there from the universe about what does need to transform and what is going to bring more beauty into your life?
I must warn people as an astrologer that the only transit of the North Node that's not positive is in the first. That's where Rahu takes the ego so far that it leaves itself all alone. That's the sun in Rahu. If you understand the Mahadashas in Vedic astrology, where we get the nodes from, that is not a good transit. It is the transit when you have that in your dasha system is of divorce. It's when you put yourself first too much, and you put your ego first too much, and all you see is through the lens of yourself and everybody doing everything wrong. And already Tauruses have a fucking problem with that, with the transit they've been going through for over a decade. So, if I could give you some astrological wisdom, you soften that with the South Node, and you use the South Node as your buffer, or as like the ice to keep the heat that's too much of good, deep trust and emotional relationship life, and being willing to go deep into understanding other people instead of you saying, fuck people, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want. Because guess what? You end up in a bad place. Trust me, I know. Last one. Pisces. Just had to give some astrological old school wisdom there. Only I read the fucking comments in the chat. Everything, fuck yeah, it's your time. Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm like, North Node, son. Uh-oh. Not a good one. Same thing goes for Rahu Moon. That comes right after in the Rahu 18-year dasha, which is Scorpios right now, where you feel anxiety and emotional fucking distress because your ego always takes you in the wrong place, and then you end up emotionally alone and having to take care of yourself. And that's where Tauruses will end up, and Scorpios are in that place right now. We're like, how the fuck, my home life's all fucked up. I feel like it's so weird. Shit's going weird with feminine energy. And then this is where Tauruses are acting like men, all of them, whether you're male or female. It's crazy. So understand your fucking Vedic nodes of Rahu and Ketu before you start jumping into Western astrology and playing with North and South nodes, because it all came from the Vedic system. All right, last one, Pisces. Sorry, I know that you understand. I have to teach Pisces, you know what I mean? All right, so most people don't even know that shit in the top of their head. It's so sad. Can you believe that, Pisces? We live in a world where people just don't even know the dasha system, and they don't even know the years, and they don't even know the fucking, in their head, they can't even do it. They can't even do it in their head. They have to look at a chart. They have to look at a thing. Oh, man. Especially when it comes to the nodes. It's That's why Rahu is such a fucking horrible time in somebody's life. It's never a positive moment. They say the Rahu phase is an 18-year cycle where you go, what the fuck did I just become? It's almost like a demon has taken you over for 18 years. So, it's the only place when it's in your own sign on your sun that a demon takes you over. All right. But this whole room probably just went, what the fuck did he just tell me? Oh my God. Especially if you are in your Rahu Dasha right now. I'm in my Jupiter Dasha now, and I got Jupiter and Sag and Vedic. I'm in Jupiter. Here to teach you kids how it all works. All right, let's see, Pisces. You got a lot going on here. We've moved into Aries now. So this is about that you can have the best of the best in life, but you do have Chiron there, and I want to remind everybody too. I'm sorry because you are Pisces that I'm reminding everybody since you represent the collective consciousness. Everybody here with Jupiter and Chiron now is going to have to realize, yeah, you can have this big expansion in this other place, but you have issues here with Chiron, okay? This is where you can fuck it all up. So this is where Pisces are healing your self-worth issues, okay? Big time. Your body issues. I've been nailing this one hard because of Chiron being here and Uranus for over a decade. That you and your body is your fucking worst enemy that you have created, and it's time for you to get over that. I don't care what Pisces I'm talking to on the fucking planet. You have an issue with your insecurities about your body. All of them. Every single one. And this is where Jupiter is trying to teach you, stop that shit because we see it because that's all you fester on every day. And so if you're going to be magical with Neptune and Mars here, and if you're going to fucking use this lunar eclipse that's going to be in fucking, I'm sorry to say, your belief house, and you need to stop believing. Don't be playing Don't Stop Believing. Like if you're drunk at the bar at 1:50 a.m. and the DJ's playing Don't Stop Believing. Get out of that shit. Don't stop believing I'm an ugly fan monster. You need to drop that shit because you're creating that. So when it comes to your love life, you need to remember that before I even get in this reading and before we even go into all the astrology, the number one issue with Pisces is you pick the wrong people because of your own beliefs that you can only have this good instead of the infinite good. And you stay with the limiting of yourself because you're like, no, I'm not that great. I'm not that great. Look at how gross I am. Look at this. And excuses about it. Well, it was because of that one thing I took for 2 years. And it was because, they do that in the food. And it was because my mom probably, when she turned this age, she started getting that. Like, shut the fuck up. It's all your beliefs. It's time for you to look at the facts. It's time for you to look back in that fucking mirror. Remember you're fucking magical and that you could literally morph and turn into any fairy that you want to do. Stop fucking being the ugly fairies in the fucking corner of Fantasia and be the fucking Tinkerbell that you want to fucking be. You know what I mean? So I'm just telling your soul to shut the fuck up about your insecurities of your weight or your body or your beauty or the weird way that you think that you look. And stop reminiscing off pictures from fucking 20 years ago. Even if you were 10 years old. Like, shut that fucking door. And start looking at the truth of what you are now and start owning that value. It's the only passage of Jupiter in the second with Chiron there. I just have to say that shit because there's only one sign that I feel like Chiron is wrecking people that I see the easiest. And it's fucking... Well, and I would say it's Aries too, but it's Pisces. I'm like, oh my God. Whenever I see Chiron go through people's second house, I'm like, oh. And it's a long time. The longest period for Chiron here goes through Aries, Taurus. So, it's like this Aries Chiron is here for a while. Long time. So you already had Chiron in your own sign where you started to think that your identity was all fucked up and you're weird and so now you're dealing with the self-worth issue thing. And I'm just trying to help you out. What's going on with your love life? Judgment card reversed. Oh, well, that kind of makes sense. Empress and the Hermit. You know what? Stop fucking not believing you could go and ascend to the better place. I know you've made some bad judgment calls of who you've been picking with love, but you know you deserve the best. You know you're attractive. You know you're beautiful. And it's time to come out with that. You need to showcase that. Stop picking people that aren't on that level because the bad judgment calls of people who aren't matching the same beauty and the same vibe as you. And you need to stop hermiting and staying kind of in your own little fucking world here. You need to get out. And you need to showcase who you are and showcase your beauty now. You got a King of Pentacles reverse. More confirmation that even though you know it, there it is underneath. You don't feel like you have all the tools, or you need to feel like you need to wait for the next straightener, or you need to, you know, the next fucking plastic surgery, or the next... Shut the fuck up. Know your beauty now and own your beauty, and stop fucking... A lot of the people that you've been picking don't believe in that beauty within you, and they fucking nitpick you about that shit. Instead of trying to encourage you to be like, shut the fuck up. You're picking people who fucking try to control you this way. And I'll be honest with you, you might even be picking sugar daddies that aren't working out. Like an idiot. Nine of Pentacles. Got to know that vibration. You got to showcase who you are to attract the beautiful things. This reading is going exactly the way I already divinely channeled it. It's time for you to fucking showcase who you are. I think that Pisces are in a complete rewrite of their love lives right now. Complete love. When I see the Judgment card reverse, it's like the calling did not happen. Now you have an opportunity for the calling to happen. And it's going to start with your beauty and knowing that you're the Empress, that you could have what you want. And you got to get rid of all the people that are insecure around you and all the energy that makes you feel insecure around you. And the people that are going to pump you up with that. And you need to get out and you need to show the beauty to the world. That's what that Hermit reverse with that Nine of Pentacles is right now. And that Page of Swords there is definitely, you know, it's time for you to start communicating from a place of not self-worth issue, and you need to start showing the world and start communicating with who is the people. Oh man, it's like there it is. It's like you have people or a person that totally sees this good part of you and is wanting to do everything, but you're not giving them the victory at all. You're just like, slowly, you're just talking, but you're not telling them if there's a victory or not. You need to just let fortune play itself out instead of trying to, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you're trying to control it. Ace of Swords. Well, I feel like, you know what? You're finally going to allow something positive to happen because I feel like you had to free some bullshit that you were dealing with and clear some fucking... that's what it is. You had to clear a fucking dirty ass fucking wannabe fucking sugar daddy or some sort of energy that you thought was the all powerful, but they really are not, and they don't have shit. So I feel like you're definitely going to communicate and be willing to open yourself to the fortune that feels fortunate, but you know, it's like you're too afraid to call victory or show victory to them. What's up with this over here? Yeah, this is you taking your defenses down, not being angry at people from the past, letting them go. Letting go of just anger and resentment. Knowing your value and worth is part of that right now. The people who've been doing you wrong, the relationship that was doing you wrong, like you gotta let go of that. Because that's not filling you up. You know, you can't fill yourself up on hate and upsetness. Like you got to drop those things and you got to fill yourself up with happiness to showcase that beautiful part of yourself. And yeah, that's where you're going to finally find that happiness. So I think that this is a big week for you because I feel like if you can finally drop the people who've done you wrong and weren't supporting you and weren't seeing the beauty that you are and wanting to get you out of your own trance that you've created, that thinking that you aren't, like, it's time for you to fucking open up to that person or people that are and start calling victory to see what happens and opening and seeing the curious door that's there. It's just about opening the curious door. You know, it's not like you have to make full commitments here. These are swords. Like, this is about like opening up the door. You got a King of Wands over here. What's in the middle here? The Moon. Oh man, like again, this is your fear and your hidden emotions and all this shit needs to come out. You need to speak from your emotional place. You need to express your emotions. You need to let your emotions out. I think that you have a lot of fucking weird shit around your emotions, trying to protect yourself from people who honestly play into your insecurities too much. And not because they're too good, it's because more of you pick the people that are actually constantly reminding you of it, because they constantly try to almost like shape you, which is kind of weird. Yeah, and you know what? You can't, until you deal with your emotional stuff and start expressing your emotions and letting them out, then you start investing in things and you're going to see great returns. Spiritual advice here is anything that's dead weight, again, it's almost like here's the illusion, right? You think you're the ugly fat one in a weird way when they're the ugly fat one in the past. They're the sumo that was too much weight for you to hold on to. This is time for your new beginning of something beautiful. I don't know why are you fucking this up? Oh, I'm not all put together. Shut the fuck up, Pisces. You're put together the way you are all the time and magical. The magic never leaves. People will want you the way that you are no matter how you are. So if you're gonna fucking keep saying, I gotta wait till I'm fucking healed from fucking shit in my life, you never fucking find a moment where you're healed. You're always, oh, I'm not healed yet. We're all getting over that one. The Magician reversed. Like I just said, you have the magic all the time. Stop acting like you don't. It's just, Spirit's just over it. And open up the door to the emotional place. Hey, I'm back. I'm open. The Hermit reversed. The Nine of Pentacles. Hey, I am that hot motherfucking bitch. Fuck yeah. And I'm opening the door. What's the outcome going to be? Your power, your strength. But you're too afraid to call a win. You're too afraid to take position. It's good to be curious, but when you want something, you go for it. And stop hesitating. The hesitation in you of taking the position is, I don't know, the lie that you tell yourself that something's not possible, or I think that the outcome here is that you'll try and find another situation where somebody's maybe doing you wrong or something like that, because it's more of your fear of taking position. Because you keep letting others take position on you, and I feel like they're bad people. So it's like the people who are offering you to make the position the way you want to is like the most beautiful thing, and then you create some sort of misunderstanding or try and find something. Is there some sort of thing valid? No. Seven of Cups. It could be anything, right? It's almost like I feel like you're in a place where the lie that you try to create is because you want to keep looking at all these shiny objects out there. But you got to pick what you really want in your life. Chariot reverse. You need to go for it in life. You got to stop holding yourself back. I think that you keep trying to figuring things out from the past, and that's just the worst thing that you can do right now. What's up with the person that's good for you that you're thinking of? Nine of Swords. I think that they fucking feel like an idiot for even trying to open the door for you, because you're not showing any victory. Yep, they think it's over. So you got to try hard if you want to make the good shit work. And overall, Three of Pentacles reverse. You need to learn how to start building with the right people and stop building with the wrong people. Well, we'll call the magical land of Camelot. Yeah. Yes, we will. All right. Well, you got Sarah Dwayne, and she just likes to stew on things without actually stewing on it. So you just keep stewing on things and nothing's happening. You need to stop fucking sitting there and looking at the fucking bowl that you think you need to keep stewing and thinking that something's going to change. It's not. You're not even stewing anything. You're just sitting there looking at it, not doing anything, and that needs to stop. The sacred grove, this is where you finally can restore your energy that feels natural and everything. Don't miss out on this sacred grove that's trying to offer itself to you. What you're stewing on the sacred grove to really have in your life, but the owl and the beautiful moon, and you do have a moon card underneath all this where it's like, you really want an emotional, beautiful place to go and where it feels sacred and it feels holy. But I feel like you're stewing on between hell and holy. It's like the false piece of shit and the most amazing fucking person that sees the greatness in you. It's crazy. And you did get in a magical, you got Nimue, and she knows her self-respect, she knows her power, and she knows the opportunities, and she takes them when they're there. So this is going to be a big week for you, and I'll pull you one fucking last card, and you're going to get a fucking unicorn card because you're a Pisces. Here you go. Caring community, right? Participate and belong, enrich your life, which I was saying, get out of this hermit, enrich your life, be around energy that's good and around positive people. Nobody there is doing stupid shit anywhere that's from the dark. Nobody's getting caught up and going to fucking some crazy fucking places and some stupid parties and some places where they're just conjuring up demons and they don't even know it and reptilians are eating them. No, they're not doing that shit. So your only way out is into the truth and into the most best opportunities that actually make you feel good instead of wasting your life away and all these energy and all these stupid people and all these situations where it keeps feeding this beast that you love to feed, that you're not good enough, you're not beautiful enough, and that you don't have it. And that's not the truth. Your Astro Dice are. I just gave you guys all the motherfucking, every sign. I just gave you all the fucking truth bomb of all truth bombs. So you're welcome. Taurus, Pluto, second house. Self-worth issues need to end, straight up. It's time for you to know the power that you are and the beauty that you are and own that shit and pick people that actually fucking see that and want to build that shit with you and fucking embrace you as the beauty that you are instead of fucking push you down that you're not.
Yep. All that, Pisces. All right, Mercury retrograde in your fourth house. This is trying to have you understand your emotions, your personal life, home situations, definitely getting, more intimate with what your feelings are and having a better understanding of that, narrowing it down to what your true feelings are. There's a lot of this is about truth in your life right now, like what's really true, and it's because of that lunar eclipse in your ninth. Beliefs are coming up, what you believed. Jupiter, the planet of beliefs, is in your second house with Venus. A lot of what David just said is very true. There's a fear of believing that you can have better, that you are the shit, and this is where that can get amplified big time, but Chiron's there too. You got to show yourself a lot of self-love right now. Change your belief about yourself. It'll give you a better trajectory of where you're going, and it'll help you get more intimate with how you're actually feeling and how to get your mind and emotion on the same page. And that T-square over to Saturn in your 12th is another one that's like cycles are changing in your life right now. You have to just let them change. You have to change your belief, your perspective, narrow things down to what's actually exciting in your life, what's taking you to a better place, what the better people are, who actually supports you, being able to have those conversations, and most importantly, knowing that you're worth it and being able to support yourself so that you can go through the cycle change, go through a belief, a perspective change, because there's so much more out there. You need to realize, like David said, there's so much you can have, and you narrow it down too much. This is like narrowing it down to realizing that, oh my God, I narrowed it down and I can have everything because I'm worth everything. So it's a little bit of both. Wishing you the best, Pisces.
Yep. I wish all signs the best, and everybody, we're all facing our deep fears, and you can't live in those fears with the South Node and Scorpio and the lunar eclipse. That's where you either are going to stay in disconnected through your fears, or you're going to stay connected through your creation. That's the big, easy part of understanding this lunar eclipse. And the only sign that's not being covered in this big, T-square is Leo, which is love, which means that love creates and love connects. And love, at times we do have to disconnect from, and love at times we do have to end, but that's when it's bad. So if anything, it's about learning to end those things, but instantaneously see the things that are there to create and to grow and to build, and that are destined for us to really step into our magnificent self and to not fall down the well of the darkest holes that are illusions. And so you're going to have to get out of your fears about the money stuff, the spiritual things, and get out of the relationships or get out of the situations that just honestly don't fill your life up with life, with God, with connection, and with really moving forward into this crazy world and showing the world how we're the crazy motherfuckers going to fucking set it straight. So make sure that you join me for my masterclass, my manifestation masterclass. You can watch me every Wednesday night. Got a couple more weeks left of it. Of course, you can watch the recordings. If you really want to manifest your life, understanding through your chart and so forth, this is my Hypergate manifestation masterclass. So it's all hypergated, and it's done how I did my Hypergate school. You're definitely not going to want to miss it or miss these recordings, especially through these eclipses right now, to understand how to use your chart and to use your own energy to really understand how to really manifest the life that you want instead of fucking continually sitting in the cycles that you don't want to sit in. So just go to highvibe.tv, click on school, or click on manifestation, or go to highvibetvschool.com, and that's the portal where you make your login and all that, and where you purchase and get access to everything, watch the recordings. And I have all my schools on there. Make sure that you check it out and actually be there. I'll see you all for that on Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific and 7 p.m. Eastern. Big week, of course, and if you're not on High Vibe, you're missing out on Deep Astrology, which I do on Wednesday nights, and of course, we do Full Disclosure and my Leo King Live, and we do all the dailies, and we do with so many other practitioners doing so many of their other lives, and all their daily shows, and all their weekly shows, and all their horoscopes, and you're missing out on High Vibe. That's the best way to support. If you click down below on any of the apps or go to highvibe.tv. I appreciate you all so much. Thanks, Brian, for such a great night.
Thank you.
Wishing you all the best through this extreme lunar eclipse. Do not fear the fear. Face the fear and step into the most passionate things in your life, and you will create the greatest things you've ever done. And don't isolate yourself and disconnected in the weirdest icy realm. You will feel like you are literally in hell. Adios.